Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Oh, welcome everybody to the Detroit Cast on a Wednesday. Mike and Jay, Big E is here. Good dog, an asshole, yet here. How are you, pal?
I'm looking on the bright side, Mike.
You are?
Yeah.
Why?
We've got the great opportunity to do a show, even though we don't feel 100%.
Far from 100%. Thank you for throwing me under the bus, by the way. I appreciated that.
Oh, the vaginal discharge problem? Yeah.
No, I was...
oh, your shits.
Yeah, that was nice. Defamation, by the way. I didn't realize you practiced defamation as much as you did, but yeah, by claiming that I had, I believe, diarrhea of a explosive nature, which was total fabrication. You do not know that to be true. In fact, it's false. Patent lie. That I had a sore throat.
Oh,
end of discussion.
Ooh, sore
and
throat.
you had a mild to very mild toothache.
My face is rotting. I finally went to the dentist today.
Yeah.
Like, I was seriously getting worried, and people were messaging me and emailing and shit going, dude, you're stupid not to take care of this. Like, your whole face could rot off, basically.
Really?
They told me I could die and shit.
Oh, nobody's really, dude. People have suffered through mild toothaches for centuries.
I've felt it going into my tongue, into my ear.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't sound
Right.
good.
So I'm like, all right, I got to bite the bullet, so to speak, and go in. So I went in on an emergent nature.
Really?
With my dentist, who I haven't seen since I lost my insurance. So I called and I said, no insurance. What do you do for me? And he sort of gave me a break and did x-rays and you know, I knew he'd, you know, just do an exam and see that there's a major infection. So ultimately got some antibiotics. Hopefully that clears it up, but I'm going to probably have to have a root canal. So,
did he identify which tooth it is? And where did you know?
Yeah, I knew it was one that he worked on before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it like upset the nerve and shit and just never calmed down. And
teeth are the worst, man.
It is, dude.
They are the worst.
But I'm on something
though.
now. So I'm feeling, you know, I hope by the end of the day, I'm going to be feeling really good.
Really?
But
should it kick in that fast?
Yeah. He said like, you know, a day or two.
I've been on emergency, you know, that like 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C all day and Dayquil.
That's a total placebo. Dayquil, you can't do, dude.
What?
That'll fuck you up. You can't do that.
What's wrong with
It'll
Dayquil?
make you tired. Don't believe it.
No, NyQuil will make you tired.
Don't believe it.
Really?
Yes, that makes me tired.
I am
too.
feeling a little groggy.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Now that he tells you, you
need your wits, dude.
I figured it was just because I'm sick, so I'm feeling out
don't
of it.
take that shit.
Really?
Yes, that fucks you up.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
If you need to sleep at night, take like half a dose of NyQuil.
Let
it knock you out. But man, that stuff will screw you up the rest of the day. Don't believe that stuff, that Dayquil.
Really?
Yes, it still fucks up your whole day.
Huh. I just took 2 capsules.
Take some decongestant capsules. Nice.
Why? What's wrong with that? Is that worse?
What?
The capsules?
No, I just said nice. You just burped into the microphone.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fact that I took capsules. I was like, well, I screwed that up too. I should have taken capsules.
That's what you do. You just take a decongestant, be done with it. Don't screw with Dayquil crap. Just take the straight up, whatever they call it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the active ingredient
Nurse
is.
Dylan was telling me something different. She made me take the emergency, stuff.
You want to, sure.
Vitamin C.
Sure. Placebo guy.
Yeah, dude, you think I would take that on my own? My nurse told me to take it. And then I mentioned Dayquil. I'm pretty sure I mentioned Dayquil to her, and she was like, good. But
if you want to sleep all day.
I didn't sleep all day. Well, yeah, I guess I kind of, never mind. Yeah, I was kind of out of it all day. But I thought I could, well,
I'm glad you're back at it 100% right now.
Right this minute, I feel like $1 million.
Dare I say we have a big show.
We do have a big show. A lot going on. We got a guy who fell into a not really a meat grinder, but a
sort of a meat grinder.
Well, yeah, it's for grinding animals. I guess that's a meat grinder. And it went as well. Actually, it went well to quite well as far as that type of accident goes. You think, you know, that
might do it.
Yeah, I would hope anyways, if you're going in there. So we'll explain that. Carson, Ben Carson, and the Muslim fallout. He's doubling down, which is good for him. Everybody's jumping on board. He of course said he wouldn't want a Muslim in the White House.
Said it's inconsistent.
Yeah, with the values.
Their constitutional requirements.
Interesting stuff. We got a 10-year-old comedian. We'll have to see how she compares to Big E.
I've already seen this. You know,
There's
no, I've already pretty much know from some other comedians. I mean, nice that she gets up there and shit, but I don't think she's writing her own stuff though. This has been
So you're calling her a liar.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you do your open mic last night?
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Where was it?
Ferndale. It was
Ferndale.
horrible.
Where at?
New Way Bar.
Oh yeah.
Nobody there. It was awful.
Did it not go well because it was the crowd's fault, or
No.
because you didn't do well?
I didn't do well. It's one of those weird things where
that's a step in the right direction. Usually you blame the victim.
I do not usually blame. I do not blame crowds most of the time when it's. Dude, it was one of these weird things where there's like 20 comedians and nobody there, and so the guy goes. For one, like the host went for like 20 minutes of his own shit, which was not funny. But then he gets up and then he gets up and he kind of goes, I'm not gonna say who's first. So whatever. So like it was a game, I guess, where someone just got so I'm like, fuck it, dude. I already had how many people were there. If I had to sign up, I was gonna be there past midnight. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll run up and go up. I was all excited because like, shit, sweet, this is awesome. I'm right up front, I'm gonna do it. It just was awful. Just so bad.
So you went up at first?
Right at first. I just ran up there. I was all excited though. I had a lot of energy right to start off. And then it just did not go well. And then I just kind of got depressed. And then I listened to 2 more comedians and I went home. Usually I even stick around and watch kind of the whole, I usually really do. Even if it's late, I'll stick around and watch everybody just out of respect. But I had just done so bad. And we didn't have this show tonight. And I kind of thought, you know what, dude, I wouldn't mind going home and getting home a little earlier than normal.
Yeah.
So. Whatever though. You know what though?
Did you work out new material?
Kind of, but the problem is, the bottom line is, I'm not getting able to go up as much as I would like to. So I've really noticed the last 2 times I've gone up.
Yeah.
How it's just a thing where you need to be doing it on as much as you can, really, and especially for someone like me who's so early on in this thing. Even though it's 4 years in, it's still pretty early relatively to, where my peers would be, as it were, I suppose. So
yeah.
I love it. Even last night though, I still loved it, and I'm glad I did it. But it was awful, and it sucked.
Dude, that's gonna happen. Whatever.
No, it is what it is.
It's gonna happen when you're good. If you're really good.
Well, the point is, I'm glad those nights though. I'm glad I do them though, because if you don't have those, I don't know. The other stuff doesn't happen. The good nights don't happen if you don't have those shitty nights. So,
yeah.
Whatever.
Well, we'll get into that. We got a tranny issue with TSA. I know, it doesn't just make you chuckle. We got a Volkswagen fallout. Holy shit, man. That story's crazy. And the Pontiff in the States for the first time. He's in America.
Nice.
The Pope.
A
You
papal
excited?
visit.
Yeah. Was the last time we had one here? Wasn't it the Silverdome?
Couldn't have been that long
Didn't the
ago.
Pope come to the
Yeah,
Silverdome?
he
If that's
definitely
true,
did.
then that's the year
You
I
went
saw
to
him. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I saw him downtown.
Was there another Pope here after that? Maybe so.
Probably to the U.S., but not the Detroit area.
Oh, I guess maybe not to Detroit.
Pope isn't coming to Detroit, is he?
No. He's Washington, D.C., Philly, and New York.
Oh, he's
the
not
next
coming
5
to
years.
Detroit.
No.
Oh, I thought you said
This
he
is
was.
his first time in America, though.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if there was if one of the other popes came here.
It
or
was,
if it was Pope John Paul was.
it was Pope John Paul II. In 1999, he was in St. Louis.
He was.
Yes.
But in
Okay.
Detroit,
Detroit was in the
Is it-
80s, right?
well, that would have been early 90s probably.
God, I thought he was more of a traveling.
1987 on his visit
Okay.
to Detroit.
That's the one I would have been at.
That's amazing, dude. To go 16 years without a papal visit
Yeah,
to the U.S.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
Dude, I looked at those images of 87. What was it? You said?
Yep, it was
87.
1987.
I can't believe I was only 3. I look older, I feel like, in the pictures I showed, but maybe not. I guess not.
Yeah, it's a huge. No wonder it's such a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. The Pope Francis was greeted at the airport by President Obama and the first family as he landed in Washington for their first U.S. visit. Of course, the president was late, and so the Pope had to circle the skies for a few minutes.
Did Frank get pissed?
No, I think I thought I heard that he was coming in a little early, actually, and so not the president wasn't technically late, but it was like, Pope's got to circle a few times waiting on the president.
Nice.
And his family. So he was met on the runway. As I said, it's a 5-day tour across DC, New York, and Philly. He's 78 years old. Looks pretty good for 78.
Yeah.
He's 78. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. It coincides with the United Nations Summit, which will see more than 100 world leaders arrive in New York. In a rare move, the president, they say, was on the tarmac. I don't know if you saw that. It's a little odd. Yeah, he was there with Michelle and Malia and Sasha, and then his wife's mom. And it was windy on the tarmac, and Michelle's wearing a skirt or a dress.
Oh no.
And you just see it flapping, and it's like, is that thing gonna pop up? That thing's gonna pop up.
No.
It didn't quite, but it had the makings of a Marilyn Monroe-ish.
I've always been concerned about the hip to waist ratio in regard to her.
Michelle?
Yeah. We didn't get a full glimpse, did we?
No, I don't think so. Not what I saw. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe Kadog can find picture of it, but I think the Pope had to take his little hat off and everything because the wind was cooking.
The papal headgear?
Yes. Yep. A line of cardinals, bishops, archbishops all stood waiting for the Pope alongside the crowds. High school band was there playing music. They were also doing this chant. You know, the hey, hey, ho, ho, this penis party's got to go. Hey, hey. They were doing it like they weren't doing that one to him. Obviously, that would be weird if they were chanting that to the Pope. But they were doing ho, ho, hey, hey. Welcome to the USA. Ho, ho, hey, hey. What? Welcome to the USA. It was like, isn't it always ho?
You're going to greet the Pope with that? Can't we do better?
Yeah, dude, they were chanting it for
hey, hey.
Isn't it always hey, hey, ho, ho?
That's a good point too. It's usually
always
hey first.
Hey, hey first. You don't lead with ho, ho, hey, hey, just so you can shoehorn in welcome to the USA. That's lame. That's lame. See if you can find audio of that chant. Well, if you can, Kadog. How's your jaw? Your jaw looks painful, Jay.
Yeah,
it's hurting you, right?
I'm going through a spell here.
Oh no.
It comes and goes like
he punches other cheek. Take it off. Take his mind off the right cheek for a minute.
I'm going through these periods where it's freaking killing me, and then it goes away, and I'm okay.
Is it going away yet?
No, I'm hurt.
Yeah, I've never seen that look on your face before, Jay. I got to say, and I saw your nose on the other side of your face once. It kind of reminds me of when your nose was on the other side of your cheek.
Yeah, I remember that.
I do too.
Yeah, you were the first one there, looking at me, going, "Oh fuck!
God. Oh god!"
He almost dry heaved.
Yeah, it was gross.
It's very supportive, Mike.
Is this it?
President Obama there to meet Pope Francis.
Look, he did have to remove his papal headgear.
There was really no other choice.
The flowing robes, really quite impressive. You know, if you're the Pope, you can probably make the call on what you wear at that point. I think I'd do something different.
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. Maybe a hoodie.
What are they chanting there?
Francisco or
Francisco.
Yeah,
Francisco.
I'd just be like, Frank, 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 Frank.
All right, they got to pan out a little bit so you can see Michelle's skirt.
Look at the cape-like nature of
There
this
it is.
outfit, though.
That's not the way the chant goes.
That's so just.
Why would I mean the chants he hears in Europe, like at soccer stadiums, it has to be so much more impressive than the backwards ho ho hey hey welcome to the USA.
I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed too.
Who was chanting that? What an idiot and idiots.
And got the team fired up to go along with it.
Could you imagine sitting in the group and all of a sudden they start that? And you're like, are we serious?
Yeah.
Really?
This is where we're going?
Ho, ho, hey, hey, welcome to the USA. This is the leader of the Catholic Church.
As if he's going to be impressed. Stop it. Yeah. So anyway, there was a slight delay as he stood at the top of the plane. You saw him getting ready to walk down, and they had him wait there for like 3 minutes, which feels like an eternity.
Why?
With the door open, because they wanted to get the press corps in line so they could film it all and get.
Yeah.
So he just kind of stood there in silence as the whole crowd's like totally silent at that point. Like, are you coming down or anything? You gonna wave or something?
Surprised they stood him there like a target.
Yeah. His vehicle. Usually those guys are
Pope-mobile, baby.
Yeah.
Let's see it. We've seen some sweet ones recently.
Well, yeah, he's got a weird one.
He has one. Doesn't he just have his throne like sitting there, like totally just squared off?
Yeah, he's got that one. The one, well, he was in Cuba and people were running up to it. Total security breach. Some guy got up and put his hands in the Pope mobile and had Frank like go, do the whole cross thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to do one of those to
Frank
him. And then
didn't look flummoxed. He wasn't like,
nah, he's cool with it.
Go, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Pull a gun out or something on him. But he didn't pull a gun out, and his security detail finally dragged this guy away. Here, like they've got all these armored vehicles and Cadillacs and all this stuff pulled up, and then a tiny little Fiat. And my man hops in the Fiat.
What?
Yes. He jumped in a little Fiat 500. Was rolling away in that. Kind of cool. So anyway, he'll be in DC today. Tomorrow he'll be at the White House at 9:15, and then he's got a papal parade, and then the National Mall. 11:30, he's got a prayer, of course.
Papal prayer.
Mm-hmm. And then he visits a couple churches and whatnot, and then at 5 o'clock he leaves for JFK. He's got evening prayer at St. Pat's Cathedral, kind of a big one. And then Sunday, and then he's got a bunch of other masses and stuff. God, he spends a lot of time in church. He really does. I mean, an abnormal amount. Yeah, it really is a lot of church.
If he was back in Detroit, would you go see him?
Probably not.
No, you're done.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm not a Catholic. I don't know why. I'm not even.
What was the deal? Why were you there before?
I can see how my parents are. I think it was probably more just they've always been about like, oh, look at this, what an event, the Pope is coming. When Bush came through Wixom, we went in there. That's where I famously had my "I hate broccoli" sign too, or something, as if President Bush was gonna
say that again. He said something about hating broccoli at one point.
I had a sign. Yeah, well, the first Bush did not like broccoli. So I had a sign held up that I'd made that said, "I hate broccoli too."
I just spelled too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't spell. I don't think I wrote it out. I think my parents did. So
they may have spelled it properly then.
Yeah. If my mom or dad did it, if my mom did it, it was definitely spelled properly.
Yeah.
If my dad did it, probably, but I don't know.
Did anyone acknowledge your sign?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Bummer for little E. There's a humongous security presence planned in all three cities, special measures in place across 4.5 square miles in Philly on Sunday. I mean, it's they gut the cities. Imagine what an undertaking that is. This all has to be very skillfully thought out, how we're going to protect him, allow access to the public at different venues, and do it in such a manner that law enforcement can screen as many people as possible to keep it secure.
Oh, what a target. You mentioned that to me before. Like, wow. What would ISIS do to get in that action?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's he doesn't seem to give a shit though.
Right.
Like he doesn't want to be in a bulletproof carriage and all that stuff. The last Pope mobile I saw him in had just like it was like open on the sides, kind of defeating the purpose of the Pope mobile. It just had this sloping arch.
Yeah.
Glass thing that he sat in.
Well, there needs to be an accessibility to the Pope.
I guess.
Papal accessibility.
Yeah. You got some images of it there, Kadog?
Yeah, there you go. That's wide open on the side.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, that kind of defeat the purpose. I mean, yeah, if he's taking a straight headshot, maybe he's okay, but
what are the chances that someone's going to shoot straight on? They're going to come from the side.
No, the chances are great that they're actually protecting the more the better area, because the chances of somebody being high up in a building training down on that are probably better than somebody on the side trying to get him as he comes by. Yeah. If you're going to do it, if you're going to do it and try to get away with it, aren't you going to be up high somewhere?
Well, if you're going to, I guess if you're going to get away with it. I just feel like if you're on the side, though, you'd be able to get closer.
Yeah, get a better shot off. I don't know.
Well, you don't realize it, but he's going about 90 through there.
He's cooking out 696 in his Boatmobile.
Complaining about those Michigan roads.
Yeah.
Hmm.
God.
Is that a Toyota he's in?
I don't know what kind of vehicle that is.
Wouldn't that be ironic if we've got, ISIS in Toyotas as well as him in Toyotas?
Is that a Kia?
God, look at the leather work. Do you think like West Coast Customs or something does that shit?
Yeah, probably. I think I heard that.
West Coast Customs.
West Coast Customs does them. They put Shaq's Ride aside and Lil Wayne's aside, and then they tackle the Pope Mobile. Oh, he's got a badass Mercedes. SCV1. He's got vanity plates, dude. He does.
What is SCV1?
It's like Latin for Vatican City 1 or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's the only one that's allowed to ride in that vehicle.
Yeah, look at those guards. See those guys? The Vatican guards.
Which ones?
With
The ones
plume.
with
the ones in the back,
Yeah.
like garish outfits.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it sure is. Looks like a court jester.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck to the Pope. This tour here.
Welcome, Pope.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Frank.
Yes. I hope you enjoy yourself at the mall and in church. It was like fun. Did you see Volkswagen? Boy, oh boy. They're having some issues. Last couple days anyways.
Liars.
Yeah, their CEO has issued a second groveling apology after the company admitted that 11 million of its vehicles were equipped to skew emissions data. Oof. Yeah. Martin Winterkorn.
I know, dude. I heard that name the other day.
Winterkorn.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like Winter's a kind of a cool last name. Corn, some people you could pull off, especially with a K.
Martin Winterkorn.
Winterkorn, though. I don't know. It doesn't roll right. He said the revelations go against everything Volkswagen stands for. No, it doesn't sound like it does. But he's not stepping down as CEO. That's good. I'm very sorry. I'm utterly sorry. He said.
Utterly, not deeply?
No.
Well.
Yeah. He says utterly. Volkswagen shares closed nearly 20% down yesterday, extending their losses for a second day in a row. I think they were down 17% the day before. At this time, I don't yet have answers to all the questions. I'm utterly sorry that we have damaged trust in this way. I offer my deepest apologies to our customers. Okay. There you go. And the authorities and to the public at large for our misconduct. Mr. Winterkorn's future is reportedly on the line as Volkswagen brought forward the meeting of senior board members and members of top Volkswagen management. The stock ended the day having lost a total of 35% in 2 trading days. They've set aside $7 billion to cover the fallout from the scandal as it emerged. Share policies in the firm had hit a 4-year low.
Farfignugan.
Look at that. Look at the plunge.
Whew.
Yeah. That's
here seems to be the problem right around here.
right around that time frame.
I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on stock and like
things seem to be going somewhat swimmingly.
Yeah, they're okay. Here's good.
Yep, slow rise. Okay, a little dip. And
yeah, right here.
Something happened to it, man.
I mean, just something around here.
Someone dropped the ball right about there.
Right? Like, it's so pronounced. This seems like on the movies you see that, or like on TV or something. They'll joke. They'll talk about ratings or something. Yeah. I've never seen in real life something like that.
They need to have those monkeys in the board. Remember that commercial where they come in and they just
turn it over, and then it looks like they're huge on the rise and they can start partying again. That's what they need to do, because that'd be an amazing increase. Look at that thing. Unprecedented.
So the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency said Volkswagen rigged nearly 500,000 cars to defeat smog test in the country. The company then admitted it intentionally installed software programmed to switch engines to a cleaner mode during official emissions testing. The software then switches off again, enabling cars to drive more powerfully on the road while emitting as much as 40 times the legal pollution limit.
Oh.
So, all you people that thought you were helping the environment out, doing your part.
Look at your footprint now.
Oh, 40 times what ours is.
Damn it.
Our gas guzzlers and SUVs. 40 times. Wow. Volkswagen said that discrepancies related to vehicles with Type EA 189 engines and involve some 11 million vehicles worldwide. They said they're setting aside some $6.5 or $7 billion in the current quarter. That figure is conceded may be subject to reevaluation in the light of ongoing investigations. Volkswagens are not confined to the U.S., though. South Korea said Tuesday it would investigate emission levels of their diesel vehicles in the wake of the scandal in the U.S. The cars included so far the Audi A3, Volkswagen Jettas, Beetles, Golfs, and Passats. They say, so what is the impact on Volkswagen? The company faces the cost of recalling millions of vehicles as well as a fine of up to $18 billion U.S. Shares in the company were down 19% on Monday and have fallen another 18%. The company is working at full speed to clarify irregularities. Other manufacturers are under pressure to prove that they have not used the same tactics to meet strict controls designed to protect public health. The U.S. Justice Department is conducting a criminal probe into the German car giant. Executives could be prosecuted. Volkswagen faces fines up to $18 billion, as well as a lawsuit from drivers who bought their cars based on false data. I wonder what could they sue for, though?
I wasn't really listening.
I'm just trying to get through this, man. At least you're honest.
I think I heard a part of a phrase. I'm going to say like some consumer protection thing, like what they got defrauded in terms of what the.
Yeah, they're basically saying they could be fined up to $18 billion. It's not easy to do when you're sick, is it? Or when you don't feel well. It's just not. It's not easy to do this. My
face hurts so bad.
We should have.
God damn it, Marcel!
I can't even yell. So yeah, they said they'd have to pay like $18 billion, as well as potential lawsuits from drivers who bought their cars based on false data. So if you thought you were buying a car that was this,
right,
like, oh, really good on emissions and good for the environment, and it turns out it was total bullshit, and you were trashing the environment way worse than everybody else. I mean, what is your? Yeah, it kind of sucks for you, but. I mean, how do you put a value on that? I don't know.
That's tough.
My feelings are really hurt. I in no way intended to do this much damage with my carbon footprint. What do you owed for that? I don't know what you could get for that. It will have to pay for the recall of around 500,000 Golf, Passat, Beetle, and Jetta models, as well as A3s, Audi A3 sold in the U.S., so they can be modified to ensure they meet emission standards. They've stopped selling any cars in the U.S. until it can guarantee they meet official pollution standards. They also face questions, a German government investigation over whether it has used the same device for its other brands, including Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, and Porsche in the U.S. Why wouldn't they have? I bet. I mean, because that's you're going out of your way to beat this system. The way that worked. So I don't know if you were listening to any of that.
I was, yeah. I just didn't listen to that one sentence.
That's not true. Okay, all right. Yeah. But they would, so you take your car in for its emissions test, and they would plug it in. They would plug into your engine, and then it would do their test. You've seen the computers that pop up, and they do that. Well, that's when the software would kick in, when this plug was engaged, and then the software would kick in, and it would switch over and give these bullshit readings. And it would start producing like, oh yeah, it's the power's really low and it's not kicking out emissions. And then as soon as you unplugged it and went, okay, it tested through the roof. Wow, good job, Volkswagen. They would plug their shit back together, and then all of a sudden it would kick back up to normal. So they were doing that totally on purpose. They knew that was going on.
Thus the enormous fines that are coming.
Yeah. I mean, how do you recover from that? That seems like one that's not.
At least it's not a safety issue. You know what I mean? At least people aren't dying because of this.
Yeah.
Only our Earth is dying.
Yeah, only the Earth. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I know what you mean. But still,
it's easier to swallow. Like, oh, okay, well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
But nobody died.
But they've got like campaigns out there, like promoting like how much better we are for the environment, like things like that. It seems like the whole thing's a fraud, and I can't help but wonder if everybody's not doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Guess we'll know soon enough.
Hey, if you're like Big E, you know that we are in the middle of the fall season and winter will be here before we know it. call Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban, and she will get you into the house of your dreams before the holidays arrive. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900. In fact, isn't today the autumnal equinox?
I don't actually know that.
I believe it may be.
I
think yesterday was the last day of summer.
To you at all.
Yeah, autumnal equinox.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
So now when he says we're in fall, I think he
could be right.
Yeah.
It looks like it's Wednesday, September. Also, it is today.
Nicely done.
Hey, also got to mention, backed by popular demand, Zotford is conducting its amazing key event. Right now, you can exchange your current vehicle for a brand new 2015 or 2016 Ford without spending a dime out of your pocket. Also, they may be able to match or lower your monthly payment. Zotford will assist you in terminating the remainder of your loan or lease, no matter what you owe. Plus, Zotford will make your first month's payment. So hurry. When September ends, so does Key for Key. Hey, heavy breather guy over there, you ready?
Heavy breather guy? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, dude.
Trying to collect yourself.
Can you just keep doing reads? That was my favorite part of the show so far.
Give me a story. What do you got? Oh, hey, I got to tell you about Lawn Guy, dude.
Oh, no.
A Lawn Guy follow-up.
What do you got?
Our friend Sarah, you know Sarah.
Sarah Titties.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
She provided
amazing titties.
Well, she's got an ample bosom.
Yeah.
I
remember.
Yeah, she provided her breast milk back in the day.
Yeah.
Albeit not from the tap.
But it's unfortunate, but I don't blame her.
Her breast milk nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, I recommended, of course, a Lawn Guy to her, and so she contacted him.
Why would you recommend that psychopath to anyone?
Dude, the man,
I know he's got results. Right. His record speaks for itself. However,
the turf depth.
I understand
the root system.
But look what comes with that.
All right. I warned her about him. She listened. She knows what he's all about. So she contacts him. She goes, yeah, Jay recommended that I give you a call. And he goes, Jay got caught with his pants down this year. Let me tell you that much. Of course, referring to my refusal to water. Yeah. And by the way, dude, my lawn looks pretty damn good right now.
I always thought your lawn looked good. He's the one that took issue with it, not me.
Yeah, he's a perfectionist.
I understand that, but your turf depth, I'm not a huge fan of turf depth, to be honest with you.
Well, I think you don't appreciate it. If you would just learn to appreciate it, you'd realize how important it is. And
it means you got to mow more?
No, you're just mowing at a different length. And that's an important point too. The mowing depth is extremely important. You don't want to take off too much of the blade. You're going to stress the lawn, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather stress the lawn, have it shorter. It feels better on my feet to walk on it.
Burn that shit out.
I understand that. I know that the risks that come with that. But personally, I know this goes against everything that Lawn Guy believes, but I don't think root depth is all that important. That you need to have real deep roots in your lawn. I mean, it's just
wow. Well, shows what you know.
I'm just saying.
Doesn't need to be green either, does it, Mike? Brown is just fine. Well, a brown unhealthy lawn, really, Mike?
I'd say mine is still green. It's just not as green and lush as yours. So
anyway, she contacts him and he gave her the talk. He made her commit.
Talk?
He made her commit.
Is there a contract involved in this?
He made her commit to a certain watering regimen, a mowing height, and of course, the commitment to eradicate all insects.
How is that possible to eradicate all insects,
Mike?
It's not possible.
The African Tsetse Fly. No, listen. There's this fucking fly, dude. I forget what it's called, but he's like, when you mow, you see flies coming up in front of your mower or your tractor, don't you? Just, every 10 feet or so, you'll see a few fly up. I'm like, yeah, I have noticed that. He's like, that's the blah, blah, blah fly. I'm like, okay. He's like, you got to get rid of that. The larva, man, they'll just feed on the roots of your lawn.
Really?
Yeah. And so once every year, 2 years, he'll come around with a certain insecticide. So he walked her lawn and realized that she has that as well. So
the African Tsetse,
she's got to eradicate.
Yeah.
So I think she's committed to it. I think she's on board.
Is she going to follow through with his orders?
Well, she'll get started with it, and I'm sure, like everybody else, they'll fall by the wayside. But
yeah,
he's going to get going.
Oh,
green that sucker up in no time.
Turf depth.
Got to respect the turf depth.
I don't. I really don't. I've never been a fan of it, but your lawn looks great. I'll give you that.
This is where you love the turf depth, is when you do a nice edging job along the front curb,
Fair.
along the
That's
sidewalk. Wow.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
jumps out at you.
Yeah, that's true. When you get that, what is good turf depth? 2-3 inches?
Oh, come on. Come on, Mike.
I don't know. What is it?
A good 5-inch?
5-inch
Mike.
turf depth?
Yeah.
You're getting Lyme disease at that point. That's too deep.
No.
That's
Beautiful.
way too deep.
Speaking of my driveway, dude, I pulled up yesterday.
I didn't ask about your driveway.
Well, I talked about freaking edging it.
Oh, okay.
So I pull up in my driveway, and what strikes me first is I got to edge.
Yeah. Oh,
Because it looks awful. And then what strikes me second is there's a dead chipmunk proops in the middle of my driveway.
No way.
Of all places
In the middle of it?
Of all places to decide to die, chipmunk proops expires.
He expired in the middle of your driveway?
He did, but here's the thing. Before I left, I met said chipmunk right outside my garage door. I opened up the garage door.
They
to get
all look the same. How do you know it was him?
Because he was dying in the middle of my driveway.
Did you know that at the time?
Yeah, he looked bad. He looked bad. So he and I had a little talk. I said, chipmunk proops, I'm not going to hit you with a shovel, but I would ask,
let you rot.
I would
in pain.
ask that you die elsewhere.
What
so
was
I
he
grabbed
doing?
him.
Was he on crutches? Did he have his
he looked
face
like he had a
wrapped?
stroke or something. It was sad. I felt bad for him.
Can they get strokes?
I don't know what happens there.
Wait, was he on his side like kicking?
No, he was sort of, he was sort of like, you could tell he was
Oh.
sort of numb on one side.
Oh, you got a shovel.
Little
him.
aneurysm or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what goes on in the little chipmunk proop's head.
They're everywhere right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're fucking driving me nuts.
They're driving
dude.
my cats nuts.
Yes, Monster and Pants. Monster doesn't give a shit anymore. Pants is going
They're
crazy.
going to go out of their minds.
Yeah.
They sit there by the door and just walk, and they jump into it trying to get, we call him the mean mouse. He's
Yeah.
the mean mouse.
He is a mean mouse. Have the mean mice come up to your window
Dude,
yet?
they sit right there and they
That's
eat.
what
They
mine's
taunt.
doing.
It's
Yes,
like they
they're
know.
totally being dicks.
They are being dicks. So that's one reason I didn't feel awful for this dying Proops.
Yeah.
So he's
Dying
dying.
monk.
And like I said, look, Proops, I'm not going to smack you through the head. I am, however, going to take this shovel and I'm going to move you over to the corner by this.
And you did that?
I moved him over by a tree. I'm like, this would probably be an acceptable place to die.
Oh.
So then I leave. I go to my destination. I get Manny and Sweet Pie. I'm pulling up. That little son of a bitch crawled right back in the middle of my driveway.
He was looking for a hand. He wanted help.
The son of a bitch is dying in my driveway. So I say to Manny, look, Sweet Pie doesn't need to know about this. All right.
Did she not see it at the time?
No, she didn't see it at the time. I'm like, dude, dead chipmunk, get rid of it before she sees it. He's like, okay, no problem. So he jumps out and Sweet Pie, what's that? What's that? I'm like, Manny's going to take care of that. He's got the broom and dustpan.
Oh, no. Did she?
Manny's taking care of it. And she goes, what is that, Dad? I go, yeah, that's a chipmunk. She goes, I love animals. I go, I know you do, Sweet Pie.
Let's go inside.
But this one's not feeling good. She goes, is he dead? I go, I think he is. She goes, I'll take a picture. She jumps out. She has my old phone. She runs up to it, takes like a series of photos.
No way. That's awesome.
Is that morbid? Is that weird? Should I be concerned? And then she just happily walked inside. What the hell?
That should freak her out at that age.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We spent many a night with her crying about Bug the cat dying.
Oh,
my former cat.
Did she know Bug?
She knew Bug because Bug was living with Paul.
Oh, okay.
You're kidding.
No, we wouldn't kid about that, Paul. I wouldn't have even. I would have thought Bug was dead by the time.
Dude, Bug was like 20, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, she respects animal life. So it surprised the hell out of me to see this.
Well, she didn't flip out about ghosts like you thought either.
Right.
Maybe it's a thing with death that she's totally cool with.
But she's not with Bug. Like I said, many a tear. I don't know what to think.
That's weird. Yeah. At her age, she should be freaked out.
So there's Manny with this thing in the dustpan and he takes it back. You know, we've got just this kind of woods
Back
and back.
40.
The back 40. He goes to whip it and the thing wakes up and jumps out of the dustpan and goes booking into the weeds.
What?
Was he playing possum?
He was.
Was that freaking Proops playing possum?
He let himself get swept into a dustpan
Yes.
and play along for a
Yes.
photo shoot?
Yes, and then he rallied. That son of a bitch rallied enough to jump out of there and run into a.
I thought he had paralysis on like half his body.
That's
so
what
did
I
he
said.
run in a circle or did he run straight into the back?
Manny
40?
said he was about to whip him. You know,
Yeah.
the whip.
Yeah.
He's about to whip him, and the dude jumped out and like booked into some foliage.
Wow.
Or you might say foliage. I don't know.
Foliage. I would. Yeah, I've had that happen. Didn't you do that with a frog poops here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that frogs sometimes get in the pool.
It's time to dispose of. Yeah.
Was he alive?
No, he was
dead.
dead. I wouldn't chuck a frog live frog proofs.
Buddy that did. In my pool.
Really?
Yeah. Tooch, maybe.
Just whipped a live one.
I mean, like, and you know, like it's one of those extended
skimmers.
You can really
probably go 35 yards, right?
Yeah, at least like up 35 and out another 28.
Right.
Just like and I mean, just like you don't belong here, and just got that thing sailing.
Look at it. He's playing possum.
Watching.
Look at this son of a bitch.
Why is
that cat not just killing that monk proops?
Why is this even?
Did the cat get him?
Oh, I think his legs hurt.
Oh boy.
No. Oliver, you hurt him.
What is he hanging around?
So is this like normal behavior? They act like they've got a freaking aneurysm.
They're laughing at this.
Cat is just slowly putting this thing to death.
And the little girl's laughing.
Are they recording this?
Daddy can pet him.
No, don't pet him. Chipmunks are dirty.
Chipmunks are dirty. Look at that proof.
I got to be honest. This might be Gab and I in this.
He was playing dead.
I mean,
really?
Yeah,
He said, "I'm gonna get the heck out of here."
Yeah, we would probably laugh like that if our cats did that.
Really?
I just got to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know how we got there, but
I don't either. Well, we're both running into this problem with cats chasing these monks, or wanting to, anyways, just through the window. Or is your cat doing that? Your cat's going outside now.
I know, so maybe he does. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tony's an outside. He's an outside cat now, kind of.
dude, we had an outside cat wander up to our house the other day. Nicest cat we've ever seen. Super clean. Had to be somebody's.
Yeah.
And then we heard coyotes all night long, like in the backyard. The boys were begging to bring this thing in. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
well, dude, it's honestly, it's one of those things where even if you even if you were willing to take him in with cats like that, you have even if it looks like it's somebody's, you can't let cats that you don't know in with your own cats. No, because they can get sick. It's an actual not just that you wouldn't want to do it, but your cat can. There's weird diseases that other cats have. I've just been told from somebody that
feline AIDS.
Yes, that's sure. Whatever, but
seriously,
but
feline AIDS is a real
Probably
issue.
not.
The thing that's so stupid.
Feline AIDS is a common thing, and it's bad.
No. Maybe it is. I don't know. But the thing is about Tony that's so stupid is right now he's in this weird thing because he's only been allowed to go out in the last maybe not even. I don't know if it's been 2 months, but 2 months or less. So he'll beg to go out the garage door, and then 5 minutes later he'll be at the back door. I want to come in. And I'm like, God, I just let you out, you son of a bitch.
You need to install a cat door. So he can just come and go as he pleases.
Totally, you're right.
Dude, I can't believe people actually do that. Are those just in movies and TV shows? Do people really have those doggy doors and shit?
Yeah, they do.
That's
all sorts of shit in your house, man.
Plus, how couldn't someone not just break in?
Yeah, you remember Ferris Bueller?
Home Alone?
The principal?
Yeah.
Home Alone? Yeah, they're always used for malfeasance.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nefarious activity.
I think people still use those.
The idea that a regular door, we'll just have this door.
Dude, there's a little rubber flap,
so our dog doesn't have to.
Just weather-wise,
it's a pain in the ass when your dog's. Well, let me out. Let me in. Let me out. Let me in. It's like, take care of it yourself, dude. Here's the door. Go.
Yeah, our old cat used to be like that all the time. Like he would, because he was a straight outdoor cat. Like in his whole time we had him, and
was he just gross? Like you would?
No, he really wasn't actually.
I'd always think like there'd be fucking bird feathers coming out of his mouth.
He wasn't. The cat that we have right now, we have 2 cats now that we saved from being an outdoor cat. He seems to be like that on a regular basis. But my old cat that lived with us, maybe he was inside enough that he was able to groom himself. I don't know. Point is though, what he's saying is right, man. We used to fucking when I used to go to bed, you had to always check the door, no matter what time it was. And then, I'd be laying in my bed in like 3, 4 in the morning. Meow, meow, meow. Go down there and let him in.
You want to see a student who landed a job on Albanian television?
A student? Sure.
Yeah, she's like 21. So she got a
21,
role.
nice.
Yeah. She goes to this interview for her screen test, and she just like opened her top and let half of her titties hang out, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you got the job. You're
hired." She
They
can't even
hired her
read.
on the spot.
She can't even read. She's sitting up there like mumbling. You're in.
Yeah, they were so impressed with her. They're like, on the spot, you're hired, which is great. I love this story. She's 21. She presents an international news program after wearing the revealing outfit during the trials. She's already proved to be a ratings hit. Most agree that her presentation style is somewhat awkward, but we're working on that. To be honest, it doesn't seem to be doing any harm.
Don't worry about that.
To her viewing figures. Her name is Enki Brakaj.
Who cares?
Yeah, and not that it
name.
matters.
Does it fucking matter? Pretty name.
You want to check her out?
Enki Barrage. Pretty. Oh my God.
Aleksandar Vučić në një intervistë për një të përditshme gjermane
What do you think? She just walks up and opens that up.
Kosovën, kjo nuk e ka penguar rajonin.
Dude, what is
It's
that?
clear she's the talent. It just, I mean, you can see the talent right there.
Some
on the
people are just
screen.
born with a gift
Yeah.
to broadcast.
Yeah, her
This is
talent
like-
jumps off the screen. There's
The
no doubt.
camera
Babe
loves her.
Ruth,
The
you know what I
camera
mean?
loves her.
Yeah, what's that?
It's like Babe Ruth, just that natural talent. Some people
For
just
sure.
God-given talent you have.
Yeah, there's no doubt that she's got stars.
I don't know what the story was about, but I was very interested in it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about either. No one cared what it was about.
Dude, just real quick, like chicks, what a setback for girls, dude. What a setback for female.
Is it though? But she knows. She's like, it is what it is. Here's the reality of the world. Men are impressed with this.
It'll always be that way.
And it will. That's the point that I think people need to just go, yeah, what are you going to do? There's hunters. And there she is.
Wow.
Sorry. What's your head there, E?
Yeah, we could do better. I don't know if I would have hired her based on that shot. I don't know if her talent
duck
jumps off the
lips.
screen there. Off the screen there.
I think the talent's okay, except like the duck lips, as Jay mentioned, are
Yeah.
disturbing.
To say the least.
I fucking hate those stupid
People have
duck
stopped
lip
doing
photos.
that,
Have
haven't
they?
they?
I hope.
I've not seen one of those in a long time.
They haven't, because I was watching Sports Center or one of the ESPN shows this weekend, and they're doing like the not top 10 or the top 10 from the football weekend. And Robert Kraft's like daughter or niece or something was in the booth with them. They show Robert Kraft up there, owner of the Patriots. Some dude next to him and his like 13-year-old niece or daughter taking
a
selfies and
doing duck lips.
and one of them was duck lips.
Really? Yeah, there she is.
What is with that? I can't get over that, by the way. This idea that here you are sitting in the fucking owner's box at your grandpa or dad, I'm assuming grandpa, but is the owner of the freaking New England Patriots, and you're sitting there taking selfies of yourself. And it's the things I understand more the ones where you're doing it, because I'll do them when it's like it's you and then you're at the game is in the background. But it really, the full on just selfies just of your face, nothing in behind it, is what I don't get at all.
Like that?
Yeah.
Her on the streets.
And I bet she took that 10 times to make sure this got just right.
Yeah.
That's the worst. When you see the chicks that they'll take about 5 or 6 in a row. You see them like,
look at the eyebrow grooming that's gone into this.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that.
I don't like this image. I think she could. Dude, I think
she doesn't look good there.
I gotta be
Well, not
honest.
just that,
I
think
didn't even know what her face looked like.
Yeah, who cares?
Until that
Right.
picture.
That's a good
Like,
point.
seriously, when I saw her tape, and I mean,
Yeah,
the
is it the
talent
same
was jumping
girl?
off the screen. I honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you if that was the same girl in the
She
face.
just looks like too much of a bitch in this photo. Look how she's holding the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Do you notice that in the hand?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I just can't stand girls that, even when they're hot, even when they are hot, that I know
You
I'm
just don't
hot.
like girls.
I know I don't. That's not true at all.
Oh, this looks like a troubling picture.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. What happened to her talent?
That's indicting.
What?
So her only talent is 2 things.
Yeah, I thought she had real
mean-
talent. What's going on here? Can you zoom in a little bit there? I mean, she's the one that was showing off her
Well, no.
extreme talent.
See, it makes sense now, though, to me.
Mm.
That's what she needed to do. She wasn't good looking enough.
Going on to
She
the
had
other one.
What's going on? Like,
She had less talent in the other one.
This is all she has. Oh my God.
that's troubling.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know you could lose that much talent in one image. Wow. I mean,
look at the background. What are those projects behind her? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
Eastern European architecture.
I mean, she's not bad, but you think of, the talent level required to get on television. You just think there's a
it's
different
Albania, right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, she thinks she's hotter than she is, man. Because by this image,
that could be something else in Albania. Who knows?
Maybe. Obviously. Hey, you want to see a teenage boy punch his bus driver?
Yeah.
All right. He allegedly punched this female bus driver in the face before running out the doors after he accused the woman of racism during a dispute over fare policy. So he shows up on the bus, right? He's like 15 years old and white bus driver. We have to point that out because it's racist. And he doesn't have his ID. He doesn't have any ID. And so, an ID. And so he says, yeah, bitch, I ain't got no ID. And she's like, okay, well, it's $1 to ride the bus then if you don't have your student ID. And so he finally says, okay, here's my $1, bitch, or whatever. He sets the $1 down. And then a couple other people get on the bus. And then another kid gets on.
Did you say he's 10?
No, he's like 15.
I thought you said he was 10.
No, I don't think so.
I was thinking about the 10-year-old comedian. Sorry.
Yeah, he's 15.
Okay.
And then a white student goes to get on, and he has his ID, but it doesn't have an updated sticker on it. And so she says, you can't ride the bus without an updated sticker or something. And so the kid's like, shit, okay. And so he's like, well, I guess I can't ride the bus then. And so he gets off, and she starts to pull away, and then she's like, son of a bitch. He's got his ID. I know he goes here. It's just he hasn't refreshed it or whatever. So she opens the door. She says, I'll let you ride today, but you better have your sticker updated by tomorrow. And so the kid's like, okay, thanks. And he hops on. Well, the black kid's like, that's racist. That's racist. And she's like, why is that racist? He actually had ID. You want to watch it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Been easier to play.
So this is filmed from above the driver.
Yeah.
And you need to pay. $20. You have an ID today. No $1. No ID, there's $8.
She pays the $1.
I just got the thing today.
So there's a kid without the sticker.
Today was the last day to have a sticker.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Friggin' sticker.
I guess I'll walk then.
Don't have $1, dude?
cash is, I don't know.
So she pulls away.
And she's like, all right, fuck it.
I'll let you fly today, but you better have a sticker tomorrow or you'll have to pay. I won't get on the bus tomorrow. You're good.
So here comes the white kid. Sit down.
Yep.
How's it racist? You have no ID whatsoever. He has an ID. He has no sticker. Okay, but you still make me pay. He has an ID. But you still make me pay. Yeah, because you have nothing. What do you have? What you just said? If you want to get lippy, you can get off the bus. No, no way off. Really?
I'll smack your ass.
Get off my bus now. Lay your hand on me. See what happens. Oh, jeez.
What a dick. He whacked her.
Yeah. So he slapped her across the face as he got off the bus. And can we post that in the post tonight? So
I can't believe he didn't demand his $1 back.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That would be the first thing I would do.
Yeah, give
me
my $1.
Kick me off this bus. I want my $1.
The driver was taken to a hospital with facial injuries.
Bullshit.
After the incident. She was released later that day.
Oh, amazing.
She returned to work 2 days later.
2 days.
He's been arrested and charged as a juvenile with assault causing bodily image.
Honestly, I thought this was going to be a way bigger hit than this.
Yeah.
This is pretty minor, dude.
Yeah. Well, she went to the hospital, Jay. I mean,
gotta
but-
make record of it.
how absurd is this? Where we're at with racism? Seriously,
I can see why a kid would think that, though. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, but don't you think it would take
there's
one?
a distinction for sure. I understand what the bus driver's saying. He's got ID. He just didn't update the sticker. I don't even know who you are, dude. You don't have an ID.
Yeah,
but I could see why a kid would be like, "That's bullshit."
Can you?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I mean, I guess I can see it because I watched it, but
you're a 15-year-old kid, and you just had to pay $1, and then white kid doesn't have the proper ID, and he doesn't have to pay the $1. I could totally see why a kid would react like that.
Really?
Do I think it's right? No. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I think it is kind of crazy to jump to that level, and I don't know. I guess I can't understand this idea of stepping up to authority like this, like the bus driver or the policeman or the security. Like,
dude,
I
think it's been a long time since a bus driver was viewed as
Yeah,
authoritative.
no,
I remember
right.
back in my day,
people
giving shit to bus drivers.
But you tried to get
I'm
away
old.
with
I
it.
have a liver spot.
I've seen it.
I developed a liver spot.
Yeah, I think I got another one coming in over here too.
Really?
I think so.
I don't have anything over there. I don't believe. I mean, I got certainly some wrinkles that have.
Oh, I see those on the floor.
Yeah.
If you look over here,
kind of the crow's feet going.
Oh yeah. Jesus
in
Christ.
terms of liver spots, I think that's the
Do I have crow's feet?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. No,
yeah, dude. Your eyes are gone. But it's really the liver spot where I'm concerned about.
Why don't you start growing that?
Just
Why don't you grow some lamb chops? If you grew some nice thick lamb chops, you might be able to get like coverage.
Yeah, the advantage I have is I have a bit more hair going over my side, whereas you don't.
The cheek there.
Yeah.
I lose it. I've got kind of a pencil thin line. If you look at it, trace right on down there.
Yeah. So my point is,
Yeah.
I'm old. And back in the day, I mean, even back in my day, it was like, fuck you, bus driver.
Yeah, but not
me personally,
not if
but
the bus driver turned around and gave you shit, though. You wouldn't.
I personally never did, but there were kids on my bus who were bastards.
Really?
I remember that. Yes.
I remember mooning.
People who readily were just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
So this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Your overall point, about people disrespecting authority, for sure, that's on the rise.
Yeah.
But
no, I remember reading a good article from some inner city teacher, and I'll never be able to do it justice. It was a really long story that he did about this racist cry that goes on in the hallways of school all day long. Like everything that you teach was met with, that's racist. Why would they do that? That's racist. Why was there no black people in England? And then he's like, well, that's not where they're from. That's racist. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, how do you combat that? Like everything's met with, that's racist. Yeah, it was funny, but then you see, it reminds me of shit like that where you're looking for that racist angle at every turn, But I guess when you put it that way, I guess I could sort of see where a kid would just go, he doesn't have proper ID, I didn't have proper ID, fuck you, that's racist. The black kid has to pay and the white kid don't.
Yeah.
I guess I could sort of see it if you looked at it at that level. Anyway. Should we take a quick break?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah. Should we just wrap the show up for the day, please?
Have some email. Yeah, we have some email, Mike.
I've got a transgender dealing with the TSA story.
All right, we got to do that.
Yeah, we'll do that one. That's pretty good. We'll do that and much more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast on a Wednesday. Mike and Jay. We're getting through this, buddy.
We got this shit.
We do. How's your face feeling? Any better?
It's subsided for a moment, but I can feel it's going to roll back.
Yeah.
Into that mode. So bear with me as I cringe a bit in about 5 minutes.
I will.
Before that happens, let me tell you about Great Lakes Vapor. You ready to quit smoking once and for all? Great Lakes Vapor is here to make that a reality. Their e-cigs are handmade and guaranteed for life. Check them out in person off Grand River in Brighton or off Orchard Lake in Farmington, or shop online at greatlakesvapor.com and have everything you need mailed right to your door. greatlakesvapor.com is the best place to order refills of all their GLV juice. Use the promo code DetroitCast and receive 10% off all online orders.
Very good. Transgender woman or man.
Right. I was going to say, I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, they say transgender woman, so I don't know if they mean a woman that wants to be a man, but they're still, I don't know.
Still a
So
dude wants
confusing.
to be a woman, I think.
Yeah. She
Well, your
described,
cock is huge. It's massive. I'm in awe of your cock.
I think that's the situation.
she's described that how she was kept in airport security because TSA agents questioned why an quote anomaly was picked up on the body scanner.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Shady Petoskey.
What?
Was preparing to board a flight from Orlando on Monday when she was held up after going through the female line. So they've got
God.
Oh boy, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
What was the anomaly?
Giant set of dick and balls. So
she registered as a female going through, and then they're like, whoa. What are you packing?
She was then questioned by a TSA agent who and told she would have to be run through as a man.
An anomaly. I love that.
Otherwise, there would be a problem. So she waited in the female line and went through the female line. They're like, dude,
you're a dude.
What's up with the dick?
What's with the cock and balls, my man? I mean, you're gonna have to go through the guy's line, or there's gonna be a problem.
We need a third line. Bottom line.
Yeah.
See what I did.
Do we
there.
really? I do see
Mike,
what you did there.
to be completely fair and open to everybody, progressive, if you will, we need a third line.
Right.
A T line.
She began tweeting, of course. I mean, that's what you do anytime there's some discrepancy. You begin tweeting about her ordeal, which made her miss her flight. Poor
him, you mean?
Poor lady. I'm a lady. Poor Madam Mr. Flight. Despite her complaints, the government agency has insisted the staff member followed strict guidelines. She said, I stepped into the full body scanner. The TSA agent looked at me and pressed the button. The scanner picked up an anomaly in my crotch area. I said, I'm transgender. That's my penis. That's my penis. The officer then said, look, if you're a man, then go back in the machine and we'll run you as a man. And she said, I'm transgender. I'm a woman. He's like, okay. The officer replied, if you don't want to run as a man, we'll have to search you. Are you a man or a woman?
Nice.
The agent then asked her whether she wanted to be patted down by a man or a woman, causing Petoskey to freeze. She said she didn't want to make a woman touch her groin area, but felt uncomfortable if a man performed the search.
Oh,
well,
God.
How do we fit into society anywhere then?
Yeah.
God, she looks so delicate and beautiful, doesn't she?
Just a flower. Just a flower. Look at that. Then Petoskey asked the man whether they had a policy to deal with transgenders. And he's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. She had 2 full pat downs, had her luggage disassembled, and was detained in a holding room. She ended up missing her flight. She was booked on a different plane the next day. After the experience, she wrote on Twitter, I fly all the time. This has never happened. I thought TSA was good about trans issues. I am so dumb. TSA spokesman said, our officers are trained to properly screen members of the trans community. TSA takes all potential civil rights violations very seriously and conducted a review of the incident. After examining closed circuit TV and other info available, we've determined the evidence shows our officers followed the strict guidelines. Their guidelines read, transgender persons should use the name and gender that appears on their government-issued ID when making flight reservations and at a security checkpoint. You may ask that carry-on bags be screened in private if a bag must be opened by an officer to resolve an alarm. Screening can be conducted in private screening area with a witness or companion. You may request private screening or to ask for a supervisor at any time. What's the problem with that?
This all seems very reasonable.
Yeah, and to cry outrage or discrimination, like, what do you want them to do? Can you not understand where there's a slight issue there for them? Can you not understand for security reasons? I don't know. Part of me feels like, look, if you're going to walk down this road, if you're going to be
part of you feels like this, or the whole part of you feels
a lot
like
of
this?
me feels like if you're going to carry the torch of oppression and stuff, you know what? You're just going to run into some times when there's going to be problems. I don't know how else to say it.
And it's not, is that even a problem? I don't know.
I
not
think
ideal for you, I guess, but
if
there
that's the
seemed to be a
worst-
lot of alternatives, a lot of things they were offering that were not unreasonable.
Yeah. And this idea, it seems like the whole world is bending over backwards, at least in this country.
Well, not the whole world. This country,
right? This country is very much.
Oh God, and she.
Oh no, she does.
She does stand up.
Wow, can we find some video? Please?
Funny and beautiful.
Let me guess. Her stand up is 100% across the board about being a tranny.
Well, if she
100% of the jokes this man does are going to be about being a tranny. I can promise you. I've never seen her do stand up, but I promise you they are.
If she identifies as a woman, then she's probably not funny. Because female comics.
Yeah, I got it. No, I got it. Wasn't bad. Is there any video out there ever?
Oh my God! Damn it! I have never wanted. I already gotta say right now, I've never wanted anything more in my life than to see her comedy.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
You've never wanted anything more in your life than to see her comedy.
Maybe not.
That's quite a statement. Ian.
I really want to fucking see it because I know Mike's right. I know that every joke is just gonna be about being a late
being new to the lady world.
Oh, so I'm not used to wearing dresses. Huh? I got a dick. Get it?
That was a good one. No, that was good. You should write.
She probably could use that. Actually.
Oh man. Well, if you find anything, Kadog, let us know.
She's doing stand-up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if they threw you out of line, like, hey, get out of here, you skirt. You know, I mean, if they were, but I would hope anyways that you would understand that. How about we don't tweet about this right now? That's not your concern right now. Understanding, especially with the way things are at security at airports, that you can't just assume that somebody going through claiming to be a woman that has what appears to be a dick and balls set up in there. Like, how do they know what that is?
Yeah, right.
Like, they don't know what that is. And so how pissed would you be if you just trying to be progressive, trying to appear to be like, oh, I'm tolerant of everything. Well, and you let that go and it turns out to be a fucking bomb of some sort.
It's just like the fucking bomb story earlier in the week. The Muslim kid who took apart, who just opened up the innards of a clock and put them in a pencil case, as Kadog so aptly pointed out.
Yeah, way to go.
And it's
nailed
the same
that one,
thing.
Kadog.
It's like, hey, what do you want him to do? Just ignore it, and then next time it really is a bomb, or that time it's really a bomb?
Yeah.
Do we want to be vigilant or not?
Yeah, I always thought we wanted to be vigilant. I thought that was the whole goal, was to be vigilant. I'm serious. If you watch the news whenever,
but not if it steps on fringe groups, right?
Right. Yeah, right. If you watch anytime something goes down, they're begging for vigilance. Cops are right out front saying, look, there's feds, all these authority groups are going, look, it's not possible to watch everything. You have to, we are absolutely counting on the public to be vigilant. You see something, you say something, no matter how small it may be, no matter what you think you saw, you have to report it so we can look into things. We just, in the times we're living in right now. But yeah, when it comes to a fringe group, we're supposed to just ignore that. Like, oh God. But that's, I think, how a lot of people feel about it. Like, they don't want you to, how dare you infringe? It's like, you're not being infringed upon. Can you not see the issue with that, madam? When you're trying to go through a security line with a hunking dick and balls between your legs going, I'm a lady. I'm a lady.
Let me
Excuse me. I'm a lady. No, there's a problem. And what do you want them to do? Look, this is what we're equipped with. You can go through the man's line and make this really easy, or you can force it down our throats, even though your government ID. Yeah, sorry about that. poor choice of words. Your government ID says this. That's what we're able to go on. So if you want to go this other route and miss your flight, fine. Right. We can throw you in a room and we can just get to the bottom of it really quick and then carry on.
Should have expedited your surgery if you wanted to get on as a lady.
As a lady?
As it stands, you're a man.
Yeah.
As it stands later, you'll still be a man, but with an inside-out panoose. But hey,
cheese blintz and all. Enjoy. A removal of the cheese blintz. God. An increasing number of American firms are adding, just proving how forward we all are, they're adding gender reassignment surgery to a list of health benefits in a bid to show a welcome and diverse workplace.
Oh, God.
Isn't that great? Great news. More and more companies are now covering their workers for procedures such as sex reassignment and hormone therapies to show they promote an inclusive atmosphere. A study by the Human Rights Campaign found that 415 U.S. firms out of 780 surveyed said employee health benefits include gender reassignment therapies and surgery. This is double the number that it was in 2012. Among these companies that start offering these benefits are Netflix, Facebook, Tesla Motors, other corporate giants, including Coca-Cola, Yahoo, American Express, Goldman Sachs, AT&T, and they're all expanding their insurance coverage for transgender employees.
You're kidding.
I'm not, Paul. I wouldn't joke about that. Now, that sounds great. Don't you get the feeling that what's going on here is there's this race to look like, oh yeah, well look what we're doing for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Like when you see Facebook, which one was it recently that came out and said, oh yeah, well we'll give 4 years off full pay to raise your child at home.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to like one up each other all the time. Oh yeah, you give 6 months, well we give a full year off.
Yeah.
You can go home and just sit with your baby for a year.
A company doesn't just give something like that costs money. They're doing it for a reason. And so that exactly is the reason.
Yeah.
To appear progressive and on the cutting edge of this.
Yeah.
On the forefront.
And the trick to this game is by throwing this on the box, that's like Radio for One Studios saying, by the way, we offer gender reassignment surgery too.
By the way, we don't, just to be clear. That was
right.
just an example you just threw out there.
But if we wanted to throw that out on our policy, the odds of someone walking in the door going, oh yeah, I'm a lady, and wanting to take you up on that offer are so microscopic
true.
that it costs you nothing.
Right. It's sort of like the hole-in-one hole in a golf outing.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
You go and you buy your insurance to get that, but yeah, you're banking on nobody's going to get that, but you look like, wow, holy shit, we'll give you a car.
Yeah. Look what we did.
Yeah.
But it just seems so fake. Like you want to look progressive. You want to look inclusive. Add LASIK surgery. Don't like
I was just gonna say, isn't LASIK surgery not on most things?
That's cosmetic as shit.
It's not, dude.
LASIK is not on your
best money out of my pocket ever, though.
Yeah,
I'll say it till the day I die.
But there just seems like there's so many things that aren't, and then this is gonna be added to the insurance.
Yeah, because they know that people would take up the LASIK surgery. That would actually cost money to do.
Everybody would.
The amount of people that are going to come through going, oh yeah, I'm dying to lop my dick off. There's just not that many people that are going to do that. But LASIK, I mean, how many people's eyes quit on them? Your eyes quit on you, Jay. Clearly, your beady little shark eyes quit on you a long time ago.
Soulless, really.
Yeah. Kadog, have yours quit on you?
Yeah.
They did. So I'm the only one in here with great eyes that didn't give up on them, didn't quit the race early?
I guess.
That's weird. I feel for you guys.
You're superhuman or something. I don't know.
Wow, it must suck to have just parts of your body just go, I'm done. Halfway through the race, I quit.
Yeah, like your ankle, your feet.
Well, I helped with that. I mean, were you punching yourself in the eye growing up and made it damaged or something? Like I damaged my feet. They didn't quit on me. They're giving it their best.
You don't use a lot of your body very much, so it's probably
I
not
use my eyes
out.
as much as anything.
It's not going to wear out as fast as others.
I use my eyes, I would argue, as much as anybody.
Okay, sure. You have
How much does that cost, by the way?
I think I paid like $3,500 or $3,800, $35, something like that.
Really?
And he's pulling it up now, but
and that got ripped off.
No, you can find better deals. I wasn't
you?
about to pay the lowest price.
Yeah, good move.
I think I got like 4, and I just wanted to take somebody in the middle. Didn't want to take the low, didn't want to take the high. They all came well recommended, but
yeah.
And that's also for one eye. So they're saying it's like $4,000.
They charge by the eye?
Yeah.
They don't give you a package
Like
deal?
you're gonna go get one, right?
Yeah.
Let's walk around. Well, you can wear that monocle now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh. $21.18 an eye.
That'd
Wow.
be badass. You think about that. Get LASIK in one eye, then a monocle in the other.
think
That'd be
I
so
referenced doing
fucking
that.
normcore.
I know.
That'd be the ultimate.
I think I referenced doing it one time if I got a monocle. The idea of getting LASIK in one eye and then I can officially use
And
the
then
monocle.
use the monocle in your bad eye?
Yeah.
God, I had to throw that up again.
Little lady. Just a lady.
Hey, Zott Ford and Holly is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. New vehicles, pre-owned vehicles, service, parts, and body shop. They have it all. TDC listeners have become like family at Zott Ford, so stop in, tell them the King, Chaz, E, or Proop sent you, and they'll treat you like royalty. Receive the best prices in town on new and pre-owned vehicles. Receive 15% off of your vehicle repairs and parts, and they'll even help you out with your deductible in their body shop. They love you that much, so check out their stupendous deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
Did you see Hillary Clinton's what is Huma?
It's like her chief of staff or something, like top aide or something.
Yeah.
She's a damn chick who's married to Weiner.
Yeah, Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
Who couldn't stop pulling his dick out and showing it to kids or not kids, but
yeah,
chicks online.
Yeah. Didn't he get caught again after that whole thing? What an
absolutely.
asshole.
He tried to disappear for a year or two or three.
But
And
we're supposed to respect him and Huma, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. She's finally joined Twitter. And perfect timing for her. She used her first tweet to slam Ben Carson because of the whole Muslim take. You can be a proud American, a proud Muslim, and proudly serve this great country. Pride versus prejudice. I can't stand these people that look for any opportunity to pile on someone in the political race. I'm glad Ben Carson's not backing down on this, on what he said.
Yeah, what's the latest?
He was going back to the story. He was on Meet the Press, and he said, "I would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation." He further explained to The Hill in an interview that his concerns were tied to a set of rules that's enforced in Islamic countries, Sharia law, obviously. "I do not believe Sharia is consistent with the Constitution of this country. Muslims feel that their religion is very much a part of your public life and what you do as a public official, and that's inconsistent with our principles and our Constitution." Of course, that drew heavy criticism across the political spectrum. Bernie Sanders and all condemned, and most of the others of course, they're all condemning these remarks. At Real Ben Carson needs to apologize to American Muslims. He's a good doctor, but clearly not prepared to lead a great nation, Lindsey Graham said. Jeb Bush said his comments were not productive. Wow, way to get out there in front, Jeb. Those comments are not productive.
Yeah, he didn't say he disagreed. He's just like, I don't think you're going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah,
not productive.
That's probably kind of a funny point. The more I hear Jeb Bush, I don't know, just
Jeb. It's Jeb.
Well, whatever. Who cares?
Jed. Hillary Clinton said,
I don't like him. What's the point?
Can a Muslim be president of the United States of America? In a word, yes. Now let's move on. Oh, shut up, Hillary. She posted her position as a caption on a picture of the section of the Constitution stating that there can be no religious test for public office. Everybody's jumping all over that. Constitution guy. Oh, yeah. If you're a Christian and you're running for president, you want to make this into theocracy, I'm not going to support you, is what Carson told Fox's Sean Hannity. I'm not going to advocate you being the president. He fired back at his GOP rivals, distancing themselves from his remarks, saying, those Republicans that take issue with my position are amazing. Under Islamic law, homosexuals, men and women alike, must be killed. Women must be subservient, and people following other religions must be killed.
And that's the point. It's not just him being like racist or religionist. He's saying there's
Zionist.
There's a reason. There's a belief system that doesn't square with the duties and obligations of a president. Yeah. That's his point. And everybody who's criticizing just wants to take it at like face value. Like, oh, yeah, you said one group can't fit.
Yeah.
And we all know in this day and age, you can't say anything about a group not fitting.
What would you do? Would you get sworn in on a Quran?
Right.
I mean, seriously, could you imagine that? Think about that. And the best part is, and what we talk about hating so much about politics is this gotcha politics. Like, it's a race to jump on Twitter and prove like I'm inclusive to everybody. How could you even make a comment like that and think you could get anywhere in this country, this great country of ours, knowing full well they're full of shit and just jumping on the opportunity to pile on someone? And the facts is his campaign manager says that his comments had boosted, not detracted from his fundraising efforts and social media. While the left wing is huffing and puffing over it, Republican primary voters are with us at least 80 to 20. Yeah. So he's saying we're getting more Twitter followers and more money coming in than ever before since these comments were made. This is kind of how I feel. Sorry. No offense, but I can't see electing a Muslim into the White House. Can you? I mean, let's be honest.
No. And that's what I said when he originally said it. Like, is this really going to hurt him? Like, he's not, liberals aren't going to vote for him. Democrats aren't going to vote for him.
Yeah.
Is this going to hurt him with his base?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Does it just give the Dems another thing to pile on about, though?
Yeah, it just focuses the target on him, which he doesn't really need. You never want to be the one under the gun when there's 11 others that could instead be.
Yeah.
You know, they're all happy to talk about how inept Trump was, and then, you know, he steps in it and they target him. So
yeah, but much like Trump, he's not backing down. I guess he's backing down a little bit, saying, you know, I'm talking about extremist Muslims, which no shit, you know, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this has anything to do with the fact, probably not, but who knows, that Carly Fiorina is now in second place and climbing. Trump slipped a little bit and Carson slipped to third place.
We're seeing the beginning of the end of Trump.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's shown himself to be very shallow in terms of what this is all about.
Yeah, he's got to have more answers for things, which is going to be hard to come by for him. He'll make a great Halloween character, though.
He will.
You know, and
Halloween's right around the corner. E, I think on the best of, I heard you did the haunted house.
That's
walk.
why I threw it in.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Timely, kind of timely, I suppose.
Yeah.
Chances.
I kind of wanted to see the video, and we don't have the video, do we? Is that out there anywhere?
God, I don't know.
Because Jay was laughing his ass off in that video.
I don't know
the audio of it.
Honestly, yeah, I remember that. I haven't heard it.
It was just like a close up of his face, right? So
it's like that fisheye lens kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'd have to maybe check that file and the big.
It's probably on our hard drive, right?
That's what I was
Mr. Dog.
I'm looking now. No promises on that though.
Okay.
What day is Halloween this year? I think it's a Saturday.
It's the 31st this year.
It is a Saturday.
I recognize that.
It's a Saturday.
You asked what day. I said it. It's the 31st. You sure it's a Saturday?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. What are we going to do? Are we going trick-or-treating? The kids go trick-or-treating?
You going to leave the house, Mike?
Yeah,
dude, it's funny when you were a kid. Like, I always think, like, for me, like, that was the thing I always that Saturday when you could go trick-or-treating and not have to go to school the next day. How awesome that. I don't know if it happened. It happened maybe one time while I was acting.
Yeah, you're right. That was a bummer, like a Tuesday night Halloween or something.
And then you have to go back to school. And it always just seemed, because it seemed like you stayed out a little later or were up a little later.
Shit. Paul from Wonder Years. Yes. That's right. Look at him.
Wow. Can we post this with tonight's show? Yeah.
Look at that lens.
Does he get scared throughout?
I hasn't even started yet.
So you're just walking around with your hands against your ears the whole time?
I was scared.
Well, look up, we got us a new baby. You ready to squeal, sweet meat? That's right, file it on in there. My butcher's waiting for you, Eric. There you go, lady.
I just love it how the thing is. Thing's just so close to his face.
Get him.
Jesus.
When he looks up with those beady eyes. Just soulless eyes.
Yeah, I look like an absolute retard.
That is awesome.
Yes, you do.
That is so awesome.
Wow.
His shoulders keep turning and his head doesn't.
This is the worst thing ever.
I was legitimately scared there.
He's drooling.
Where do I go?
Look at his grill.
We're really going.
God, look at those shark-like eyes.
God.
Are you wearing your NASCAR?
Oh, of course
he is.
Oh my God. It's one of the warmest jackets I have. What are you doing? I don't know. Oh, shit. It's kind of ridiculous because my elbows move.
Were you wearing a headset? Is that what it is?
It was like a helmet and it was like attached. The camera was. The guy did a really good job considering, honestly. Considering he's not a real. This isn't what he really does. I thought he did a pretty good job with the GoPro and the headset.
He's just spitting spittle out. Oh, that's funny. Well, can we? Did you say we can post that on there?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Dog. Your face blowing up again, Jay?
Yeah.
Just time for your meds.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Halloween, and we'll post this video with the link for today's show so you can watch it in case you missed it from a year ago. Dressing like Donald Trump this year is going to be a big thing. We talked about that forever ago. We knew that was coming.
Right.
People dressing as Trump. There's a sexy Trump though coming. The Donna T. Rump Shaker costume comes with a blazer, dress shirt, tie, comb over wig, the red hat that reads "Making America Great." It also comes with booty shorts.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Gotta get the chicks in on the action.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what we want, though? You can make anything hot as long as you sexy it up.
That's all Halloween is once you get older, right?
Yeah.
Sexy blank.
Yep.
Sexy
Slutty.
Trump.
Yeah, but it's just
if I
playing
can get
on
over that. Get over the fact that that's.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a chick being a sexy Donald Trump, to be honest.
Well,
nice ass. I'll say. Not bad, right?
But it's not even at that point.
I'm over it.
You're over what? The Trump or the sexy Halloween?
No, the fact that it's. I said I don't know if I could get over that.
You're over it now?
Yeah.
The costume can be purchased on Yandy, Yandy, for $70. Or you can just buy the hat.
Wasn't the Caitlyn Jenner 80? So this is a value.
I know,
it's a bargain.
Dude, honestly, all it was a bad wig and that hat. Like, just buy
Well,
the
you
hat.
can buy those for like less than $20.
I know.
Way more than that. You get the booty shorts. You get the little. You get
The shirt and the tie?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that $70 is bad for
You
all
could
that.
just go to freaking, like we said the other day, you could go to Salvation Army and get a jacket and a shirt.
Yeah, well, you can get from this company the comb over wig and the red hat for like $17.
We'll just get the hat and a wig, I guess.
Yeah,
and then
just
put a suit
go in
and tie
bra
on.
and panties.
Right.
That's all you need. This company also has a sexy Cecil the Lion.
What?
Yeah, can you
Is it just
see
a
where they're going
chick
here?
is it just like a chick with, lion ears and a tail? That's probably right.
Yeah, like a headband with ears on it, kind of thing.
Maybe. They've also got a sexy space slave and sexy magical unicorn. So I think they're kind of cornering the sexy market. Oh, is that sexy Cecil the Lion?
I mean, it's probably just I've seen girls plenty, dressed as a cat.
Aunt Proobs.
Yeah, that's just
Aunt Proobs.
Yeah, how is that Cecil specific?
It's not. I
Oh,
mean,
you have a
otherwise,
lion
You
outfit.
could sell that
okay.
next year and just say sexy lion.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't even have the black mane like Cecil did.
No.
I think you could get that costume 5 years ago.
Plus, the problem with some of these sexy costumes is these are not the people wearing them.
Yeah, that's the problem with some of those. There you go.
Sexy space
Princess
slave.
Leia.
That is still, dude. I think that's still hot, by the way. Even now.
The
What,
Princess
Princess
Leia
Leia?
Yeah.
bikini.
Agreed.
I don't think that's. I think that holds up.
For sure. It's a chick in a bikini.
I
Of course
know.
it holds up.
I know.
It's always going to hold up.
I know. Halloween is so stupid. I mean, it's awesome. I love going to fucking Halloween things, but all it is a chick for.
Do you still go to Halloween things?
Yeah, I guess. Like I'll this
Like
year
a
I'll
party or?
well bars, I guess. The last 2 years.
Do you have friends that have house parties?
Do you have
You know
friends
what?
that have houses?
Yeah, I have a few, believe it or not, but they're not the ones I talk to on a regular basis. I actually have
not their parents' houses,
no,
but theirs.
their houses. I actually have a friend that had a online invite to this Halloween thing this year on Saturday, but it's definitely going to be like more low. It's a married couple, one of my very few married couple friends. And
see E showing up to a real
couple
party.
No,
like adults.
No. I did do
pissing all over the floor, mopping it up with a hand towel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck, sorry. My bad.
No, I'll go to the bars. There's this I went and saw those Killer Flamingos last year for Halloween, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do the same thing again in Ann Arbor. They do Ann Arbor I think the last 3 years they've been in Ann Arbor for Halloween. That's probably where I'll go this year.
Yeah.
Actually.
By the way, speaking of peeing on the floor, I'm in there peeing before the show, right?
No.
And I sneezed really hard. You know how hard it is to control the stream when you're really like sneezing, you are out of control.
Well, imagine if your tip wasn't so close to the water, how hard it'd be to control.
It's true.
Yeah. It's a lot harder for the rest of us.
You're doing something critical like that. You're trying to keep it in the bowl, or you're driving, like you're trying to turn or something and you sneeze. Like that is
sneezing is crazy.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Completely incapacitates you.
I've been suffering with it the last 2 days. I know. You want to see the 10-year-old comedian?
Sure.
It doesn't write her own jokes.
You say that. She's 10.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't.
They say she's taken America by storm.
Wait, go real quick. Can you make it starter?
Has she been on some contest or something?
Okay, that's just a film.
America's Got Talent or anything?
No, she has done a lot of things though. Saffron Herndon is her name. They said played to fans at comedy festivals across the country with her wildly age inappropriate act.
Oh God! See, that's
she one of them. That's pretty funny, dude. She says online dating is tough. Every time I meet someone new, they end up in jail. That's not bad for a 10-year-old girl.
If she wrote it.
E really doesn't think she writes her own material.
I don't.
She's unafraid to delve into risky territory with dark and witty observations on topics ranging from religion to murder. But while her father, Steve, is also a comedian, she insists she writes her own jokes. I enjoy writing my own material and making people laugh. Join me on my comedy journey as I become the next generation of strong female comics. I collaborate with others, like most comedians, but I do write my own material. You want to see how she is? God. She better not be better than you, E.
You might think that she is.
I'm not pretty enough for pageants.
I'm not pretty enough for pageants.
It's true. She's kind of creepy. Yeah, kind of looks like Wednesday Addams or something.
A little bit.
So he makes you do comedy. Help me. So I watched this show called The Flintstones on TV. No, those woolly mammoth showers did look like a lot of fun. Were they a lot of fun?
Oh, they're old.
So my mom took me to the supermarket yesterday, and there's an Asian food aisle. And that made me wonder, Asia? Is there an American food aisle? And if there is, what's in it? Hamburgers? High fructose corn syrup? Handguns?
Could a 10-year-old write this?
No.
High fructose?
No way.
No. Are you with E?
I'm with E.
And if you look at it, it seems very rehearsed.
Yes. How she points to people and
Her
stuff.
delivery is...
Her dad's writing this shit.
Yeah.
Adopting a highway, that seems really hard. You gotta
Adopting a
take
highway.
care of it, and clean it. When it grows up, you have to tell it it's adopted.
I don't doubt that maybe she drove by one of those adopting highway signs and said, well, that's kind of weird. Adopting a highway? You can adopt a highway? And her dad, whoa, this is a great source of material. Let's think about this. How can we do this?
Yeah.
It's probably one of those.
And maybe, dude, I don't know. Maybe she'll get better. I mean, maybe I'm gonna.
Her delivery's not bad for a 10-year-old on stage with a presence. It's not. She's been doing it a couple of years. She looks at the audience in the eye, which is I'm not used to seeing that other comedians.
You are from most comedians.
Well,
like 98% of comedians.
She says, I went to church with my friend Maria. We did this thing called communion. I was too scared to drink God's blood. What if he's diabetic?
There's just no way she's writing that.
I wish God was black though, because instead of crackers, we could have brownies. Going on the race thing, going a little on the edge.
Very controversial.
I told my dad I wish Kurt Cobain had waited 20 more years before killing himself, so I could have at least seen him in concert. My dad said, "Why don't you just wish he didn't kill himself?" Yeah, Dad, and then not have the Foo Fighters. That's pretty fucking good. I mean,
there's no way she wrote that joke. That one, in my mind,
that's pretty complicated.
Yeah, there's a lot to that joke.
And she's a big Foo Fighters fan, is she? At
big Kurt Cobain fan. Yeah,
yeah.
No
she
way
actually
she
said
wrote
she's
it.
a big Nirvana fan.
She wears. I saw one of her images of her doing comedy, and she was wearing a Nirvana shirt.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. She's, you know what, dude? You're right. The delivery is good, but I think it's completely not that that's not how you do comedy, but it seems like a little too memorized to me. But you know what? Maybe she's 10. Fuck, maybe dude, I wish looking back, I would have started at 16, 17. So, I mean, by the time she's 18,
she'll probably be pretty damn good.
She'll probably be writing jokes. I'm sure she will.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think she's writing these jokes now. That's all I'm saying. I think if she continues to do it, there's no question she'll probably get good at it.
Yeah. No, you're right. And there's enough of a gimmick here that she could absolutely. I mean, parents are already outraged when they see this.
Yeah.
Talking about a child and her innocence, and,
right?
You know, talking about this adult matter, subject matter is a crime that she shouldn't. You know, but
I don't even think I disagree with that part.
So do I. So do I personally. But I don't know. Could a kid be into something like that early?
If her dad's doing it,
right? If her dad wasn't doing it, there's no way this would be happening.
Yeah,
but
it does.
You're right about the stage presence.
Yeah.
She's got something there. It is very rehearsed looking at this point, but it's raw. I mean, she's got some talent.
Yeah,
I'll give her that.
I will say I saw on one of the threads that someone had seen her at Laugh Fest, which is a Grand Rapids comedy festival. It's pretty big, and they said when he got off stage, her dad was like telling her about how she told the joke wrong or something.
Yeah.
So
I don't like this. You tearing up a comic, E. That's usually sacred ground. Comics don't usually go after other comics.
I don't care. I guess I'm not a fucking dude. I'm 30. I'm not making any
for
money.
Material. I know, but it's just kind of an unwritten code that comics share that they don't.
Why are you such a hater, E?
They don't hate on other comics, no matter how cheesy or lame they are.
I think it's fair game if you think that someone's not writing their own material, though.
Well,
I think it's fair game if you think someone's not writing their own. I just told you. I think that maybe she could be good at 18, or maybe she could write her own stuff at 18.
So Elton John's never written his own material, but you don't rag on him performing.
I actually get
his
bummed
music.
out when
he hasn't.
No,
really?
No, Bernie Taupin wrote all of Elton
I
John's
actually get
shit.
bummed out. An example of that would be I get bummed out. One of my favorite musicians is Alan Jackson, and some of the big country guys would be one of the big ones would be George Strait, quote unquote, the king of country music. And I get bummed out that George Strait is really not a songwriter, as opposed to Alan, who tends to write a lot of his own stuff.
Yeah.
And I still like George Strait, but whenever I see him, I always just think, well, yeah, if I had a good voice and kind of that look, I could probably, if someone sent me 20 cassette or 20 singles of songs, I think I could put a CD together and say, this is a good country CD.
Sure.
And George Strait has like 51 #1 hits in country music, but he's written, I think, maybe 5 of them.
That's well accepted in that industry, though. There's
I get it,
so many that do that. In this, your point is it's not, right?
In comedy, it's definitely not. No, it's not. If I were to get up and start telling other people's jokes,
no, I agree.
Happy as
no,
fuck.
I wouldn't, but I think of like the news programs like the Daily Show,
right?
or something.
Jay Chris
That's not the
talked
same
about that.
thing.
Like he writes for people.
Yeah, they all do.
That's
Of
not
course,
the same
but
thing.
he's talking about just raw stand-up, and I kind of agree with that. I'm not as huge a fan as you guys are, and haven't thought this through as much as you guys, but I feel like that's as raw as it gets. If you're standing up there to do that should be yours.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
weird.
tend to
agree with that.
Dude, I don't tend to like comedians. I've seen guys that do, and who am I? You're right. I'm not making money doing this. I'm just doing a shitty open mic still. But I've seen open micers, dude, that I've been doing it for 4 years, and I literally just saw someone a little bit ago tell the same joke. And it's like, well, I broke up with my girlfriend recently, and then they tell the exact same joke. I don't like
4 years ago.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess who am I?
Chicago
I don't know.
hooker.
I don't ever. No. You can tell a joke at multiple shows. I don't say it just happened last weekend.
Oh, that's your issue with that? I thought your issue was him repeating the joke.
No. It's jokes that I hear where they make stuff. I really don't like jokes that are
I've
made up, that it's clearly made up.
I just assume 90% of them are.
Yeah.
I know, and I don't like it.
So I was on my way to the club tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
I don't like it. I don't like I was in the grocery store today and it wasn't today.
God, he's pretty
he takes
demanding. Well, I think she's talented.
Yeah, if she's creating she's got some ideas and her dad's helping her work out because there is a craft to putting together a show and developing your speed and delivery and joke style.
She'll make it, by the way. I mean,
no
question.
doubt about it. You're right. She probably will.
But
is there anything wrong if her dad's going, no, that's a perfect opportunity. Like you said, Jay, she drives by and goes, adopt a highway. Well, what is that? And she doesn't know how to structure a joke. And he sits down with her and says, no, that's a good opportunity, honey. And they sit down and structure something. And then she rehearses it in her living room all night with him. And she comes up with 2 minutes on adopting a highway. Is that not okay for her to deliver that on stage because her old man helped her?
If that's how it goes, then I think it is okay. But if it's just her, I just don't know. My point is, if her dad is flat out sitting and writing jokes for her, then I don't think it's okay.
Yeah.
It just depends on how, and we don't know. And we'll probably never hear the real thing because they'll always try to, the way she's big is that it's that she's writing these.
Yeah.
I think it'd still be big the other way, but I think it would lose a lot of momentum. You say that I'm being too critical on that, but I think if it came out that she flat out wasn't writing any of this and it was just her dad and then getting her to memorize it and go up, I think
her dad's a terrible joke writer, first off, because the material's not that strong right now.
But you know what though? You could write for a 10-year-old girl to make it seem awesome.
Dude, can we start writing material for Sweet Pie? I mean, she's got a couple of years on this girl. We could easily whip something up and
good point.
Have her kick ass out there.
I will say, dude,
and she's cuter than that girl.
Yeah. Definitely. I'll say that. I will say watching this, I'm glad one of the best things I've ever done in my life was starting doing comedy. And I recently actually ran into Bill Bashart on Friday. The dude I think I mentioned that he was going to be at that show.
Yeah.
And he's the one who got me into it. And I couldn't thank him enough for getting me into it. I will say though, now that I like it like I do, I do envy that she's starting at 10, even if she isn't writing her own stuff, that she's getting on stage. I would give anything to go back and start at even 15 or 18 at least.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking 26.
That's the single most boring sentence I ever heard.
You're saying that so much it doesn't even mean anything.
Speaking of talented young ladies, did you know that Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban can help you buy or sell a home even if you're looking or live far away? Krista can find you an excellent realtor anywhere in the country. Call Krista and she will connect you with the best local realtor for all your real estate needs. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
Married father of 2 from Utah, almost died when he stumbled and fell into an animal processing equipment on Friday.
You're kidding.
I wouldn't kid about this, Paul. It's not good. He lost both legs above the knee. His name is John Rana.
What? Rana? Freeze, Rana!
Wasn't that guy's name John Rana?
Yeah.
John Vrana. How would you say that? Vrana? John Vrana?
I thought Rana was R before when you were saying Rana.
Yeah, RH or RAH or something.
RHANNA or something.
Yeah. This guy's John Vrana.
Gotcha.
And he said it was his deep love of his family and his determination to be there for his pregnant wife and their children that kept him going. He
could have been worse, dude, above the knee, but still below the panoose.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless he's hung like a horse. Did they say to take the tip off?
They didn't. They didn't mention that, but yeah, that's a serious concern. Yeah.
That's where you got to be thankful.
Oh, could you imagine? Dude, you're going into an animal processing plant, feet first.
Be right up there with the escalator for sure.
It's like Boba Fett's demise.
Did Boba Fett go? He went in feet first.
Yeah.
But he.
But what? But
it wasn't like chewing.
Oh,
it wasn't grinding.
Dude, it grinds you for eternity.
He went in whole, right?
How long do you think that lasted?
I don't know. I don't remember it. I mean, I remembered the scene. It was kind of
Jeez.
weird, but
Oh, Mike.
didn't he go off a plank?
Yeah, remember Solo was blinded at the time, and he
yeah.
turned around and hit him, and the jetpack went crazy, and
It was like a dumb way
it's
to
the
die.
worst demise of the coolest character ever.
Yeah, agreed.
Sucked.
This guy's 32 years old. He was working at John Cooney Son's plant, is the name of it, which is owned by his wife's relatives. When sometime after 5 o'clock, he lost his balance and tumbled into a large piece of industrial machinery used to render animal parts. The equipment pulled both his legs in, cutting them off. His wife, Ashley Rana, said her husband was somehow able to use his upper body strength to pull him out of the grinder. He then removed his belt, tied it around his stumps to stop the bleeding, and then dragged himself 30 feet to a spot on the factory floor where his coworkers could hear him crying for help.
Oh,
no way, dude. No way could I do that. Everyone kind of worked as a team to keep him alive. Mrs. Rana has 2 girls, aged 6 and 8, and is 4.5 months pregnant with twins. She gets a call from him. And then he called his wife. He's like, yeah, you're not going to believe it. Despite his condition, he had enough strength to take his wife's hand and give her a kiss. He was then airlifted to the hospital. So she flew down there, and he called her, and 911 was called. She got there before they airlifted him off, and he's like holding her hand. I can't even imagine
that scene. How can you not be in just complete shock? How could you have the wits to be able to do that, tie off the thing with your belt, and then give a call?
Pull yourself out.
Dude, what a will to live, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No.
Not a
he'd have
chance.
been-
Oh, yeah. So gone in.
Did you ever see it's been going around Facebook, the picture of the compactor, not a compactor, but the thing that just gobbles up everything. It's just a set of like sort of gear looking things that press together, and they like throw a couch in, and a couch just sits there, and then eventually these turning things catch it, and it just yeah. I mean, it could take anything.
Yeah.
I forget some of the other things they put in there, but you're like, no, a refrigerator.
And
they
it's
just
gone.
chuck it in, and eventually the thing catches a corner, and it starts to pull,
and then it's done.
Yeah. It's amazing, man. That's what I'm picturing with this dude.
Yeah. Ugh. She thought he was going to die from his injuries, but he pulled through. Ashley and John said that it was she and the unborn twins that inspired him to extract himself from the death grip of this machine. They've launched a GoFundMe page and all that. I don't know, man. I know what I know. I would just like continue on my journey through the machine.
Yeah.
When she sent him off,
you'd like point your toes and just
just
hands above your head.
I can make myself as straight as possible.
Just zip right through it.
I would dive in though. I would not go feet first.
Oh.
Feet first seems like I'd want to go head first if I could. Like,
well, remember like our buddy in the wood chipper?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
I still drive by wood chippers when I see them. And
I
don't even
still wonder if that wasn't set up. He had some
know.
gambling debts. And he's on the lam. God, what was it? Was it Humberto?
Humberto? It might have been
something like that.
Close to that. I don't remember.
Remember the red in the wood chips?
Yeah.
So what do they do with the meat that's already processed?
Well,
I mean,
you just go ahead. I mean,
do you like shut the whole factory down and try to figure out like, oh, great, now we've got beef and Rana tuna cans or whatever. Tuna cans, but
yeah, but they should have done it. Just not. Well, I guess they can't not tell the story. I say you just.
I mean, if you just grind it in there.
The Fargo scene. No.
This is actually Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is a pretty good movie.
Oh
my God. I don't.
Head first into a wood chipper.
Oh, I can't even watch.
It's a movie.
I don't care.
Oh.
It's real.
Is he trying to pull him out?
Yeah.
Why?
That's his buddy, man.
Why did his buddy dive in?
He dove at him, and that guy moved.
Yeah. The whole premise of this movie is there's like these 2 redneck guys, and they're out like at a cabin, and then this group of college students comes, and they think they're like bad guys, and they're killing all their friends, but their friends are dying in like accidental ways, just like that.
Yeah.
And then the rednecks think the college kids are trying to kill them, so it actually has this interesting dynamic.
It's a caper.
Yes, it's actually a good movie, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Never heard of it. How are we doing for email?
We do have some email, Mike.
What do we got, buddy?
Before we do that, we need to mention the Amazon link. I don't think we've been clear on what that link is and does.
I haven't even heard of it.
That Amazon link is a great way to donate to the show. Go to DetroitCast.com. There you will find above the fold an Amazon link. Click it, shop via Amazon through that portal, and Amazon gives us a small kickback, which is a great way to donate to the show. They don't raise any prices. You just shop as you normally do. In fact, Mike, if you don't use it, what are you?
Kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick. You are a complete dick. We're doing this for free.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't feel good. He's got sniffles. My face is rotting.
Jay's got a mild toothache.
Fuck.
Keeping him down.
E is E. Kadog's got way better things to do, but yet he shows up and does this shit.
Yeah.
The least you can do is shop via our portal.
He shows up for the free gummy bears, let's be honest.
That's true.
And the pinball.
Yeah. That's true.
He gets free. That's a great point. One thing I do want to point out about the emails, first off, though, is we're getting a lot of boner pill emails.
Oh, no.
I don't know which one of you guys like ordered boner pills. I have a guess, but what's happening is we're getting inundated with them. And
Really?
so I'm having trouble.
I'm getting tons of fuck me emails.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. They're all,
Okay.
you make your boner list, way longer. And the problem is they're getting more clever as you
Yes.
email shit and you email like, hey, Dave, whatever. Then they're like, from Dave.
Yeah.
Regarding some word that you said, and then you open it, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fooled me again. Now I'm looking at a boner.
I'm seeing a lot of like, I know you don't know me, but
yes.
there's like $20 million here, and I just want to give it to you.
I'm waiting for your urgent reply.
Yeah, I'm getting tons of those.
And dude,
I can't believe how many people want to give me $10 million.
Right. And of course you scroll by that. You don't even open them. But my point is,
yeah, they're getting
I'm
tricky.
missing a lot of emails, I'm sure, because I'm just scrolling by. So I apologize, if you're taking the time to email in, please continue to do so. I'll do my best to sift through boners.
Yeah.
And find your email.
Yeah. It's the least we can do.
I mean, it's really clogging up our shit. So we're doing
it's
our
one of
best.
my favorite segments of the show.
Well, don't put a
email.
ray line like, hey, boner, or
unless you're talking about counter.
Right. Exactly. Don't, just try not to be like maybe all cap it or something and say like TDC. That would be helpful.
And then they're going to start going TDC, and then you're going to open it. It's going to be like,
boner. Fuck. You got me. Well, until that happens, maybe that'd be the way to do it. Because seriously, I'm just scrolling through. I'm trying to like just locate shit and boner. You get my point.
Is it that bad?
Yes.
Kadog, can we do something about that? Is there anything we can do to fix that?
No.
What do you mean no?
Can't you kind of fight those?
Yeah, knock them down.
Swat them.
Yeah, can't you keep the boners away?
Yeah, no, there's no.
I know there's IT guys listening right now going, Kadog, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Can't you put those?
There's a way to knock those boners down.
I have a feeling AA Ron would disagree with you, but just saying.
We do have spam filter.
And it's just not picking it up.
Well, they're getting through anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I think somebody's ordering shit. Can you cut it out? Whichever one of you fook-fasses
I don't
it
even
is.
have access.
I'm not
to the
even
email.
on your email.
So E and I aren't even on it. I purposely stay off it because I want to hear these emails for the first time when you read them.
Yeah, well, how about you purposely check your own email during the day so that you see relevant things that I'm sending you?
I do see those. I was sick today.
Today's a great example.
Leave me
So when
alone.
you're sick, you can't check email. Boy, I wish when I was sick, I could just curl up like a chihuahua and just shiver in the corner all day long.
Would you read the fucking email?
That's what I
already?
wish.
Chihuahua.
Scott writes in. Hey, listening to your current best of show today, you guys were discussing the R word. Reminded me of a Facebook incident. Are you all right, sir?
I've made it quite clear I'm not. Just power through.
It reminded me of a Facebook incident I had a few months back, says Scott. I posted the attached meme to an old friend's Facebook page when doing an exchange of humorous insults. Here's said meme. Nothing out of the ordinary. Guy pointing his son says, "Look, son, a retard." Oh, some might take offense. Another old friend had seen this post and absolutely flipped his lid. He has a son with the Downs.
Oh, no. Yeah, those ones tend to get touchy about that stuff. Yeah, take offense at that. I don't know what the problem is, but
he
whatever.
basically ripped me a new one and told me I would end up in hell, being that this post was not for him and had no intentions of demeaning anyone with Downs, etc. I ended up blocking him from my Facebook page and said goodbye to a minor friend of 25 years. I've always used this word as an enhanced version of calling someone a dumbass. Nothing to do with the mentally handicapped people. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Save the R word, Scott.
So would I.
I agree. It's very useful.
Yeah.
Don't take that away from. You can't take it away.
No, we're losing the F word.
Yeah.
As in faggot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fidget.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's next. Just wait. You think they're going to stop once they clear faggot and retard?
Don't take fidget.
Dude. Well, midget's basically off the table.
Midgetry?
Midgetry's alive, but
not for long.
Not for long. And fidget's not far behind.
Look,
they're going to get wise to what you're doing there.
If I could save one word, it'd be fidget.
Would it?
I
Is
love it.
fidget really under attack? You wouldn't save if you could take retard off the top. Just take it off the.
Well, is feeble-minded still there or no?
You can. Nobody's gonna sweat feeble-minded.
All right, then I'll take feeble-minded and fidget before I
give up retard.
Yeah, I would.
That's crazy. You need to sleep on that.
I'll sleep on it.
Seriously.
I am on medication. I'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, because I'm not willing to let retard go. I'm sorry. I'm just
in exchange for fidget and feeble-minded.
I don't think that the attack is on fidget or feeble-minded at this point. I mean, let's stay in context of what's under attack. We're losing. I mean, fagot is gone. Faggot is gone.
Fagot.
I don't even.
Fago.
We're gonna get fago. Yeah, faggot. You can't even say anymore. You know, how often is E walking around acting like a faggot and you can't even say it? You have to just go, hey,
I've never liked or used that word very much, honestly. Faggot. It just sounds, I don't know. Fag for sure.
Fag, yeah, I like fag. That's a good one.
But faggot, it sounded kind of gay to me. No, honestly, like the whole faggot. I don't know. I don't like it, Mike.
Oh, you sound like a faggot just saying
it rubs me wrong.
Does it?
Fag, it's different.
Yeah. You stop being a fag. Yeah, it doesn't have that power that
it's faggot has a certain punch to it, right?
Yeah, the got on the end of it really drives
faggot.
It really drives it home like a mean-spirited thing.
Right.
Because I don't mean it that way.
Don't be a fag.
Don't be a homo.
Don't be a faggot. It's just there's something mean about that.
But I swear to God, I never thought about gay things.
Right.
That's the weird twist with that one.
It's like don't be a dick.
Yeah. I don't actually think of a phallus when I say don't be a dick, E. Stop being a faggot, E. You're acting like a retard.
Actually picture insertion when I say the word fag or
never
faggot.
Once.
No.
Not once.
The actual penetration of the noose.
Agreed.
With the panoose.
Agreed.
Les writes in, speaking of words, the word J actually means someone stupid, he says. And then
I've heard that.
Yeah, and then he puts this the complete Oxford English Dictionary traces the word jaywalker back to 1917 and labels it originally blah blah blah. There's a cross reference to the word jay, which has a number of slang senses. The relevant one is a stupid or dull person, a simpleton.
Whoa.
Dull, unsophisticated, inferior, poor. What the fuck?
Are they talking about Jason or just
J?
As in the letter J
I
or
thought it was
J-A-Y?
a bird, dude. J-Y.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Huh.
My man.
Oh, you're
Put me in a bad mood and shit. Okay. How about this one?
Oh no.
Keith writes in, King, couch holder, and sperm eater. So I've spent 3.5 hours of my morning in a cramped room with 449 other Fukfase, and none of us has been called. He's in jury duty.
Oh no.
Jury duty fucking sucks, Jay. All your bullshit about civic duty, fuck off. Would rather break into people's houses with Big E than do this shit. Great show, guys. You're the best. Jury duty equals sad face, sad face, sad face, sad face. Keith.
Yeah, I guess it'd be cool if you got onto a cool.
It's cool to do it, whether you get on or not.
You're a shitty lawyer. That's why you say that. Why would you say that? If it's just some bullshit case, would you really care to have that?
It's interesting. Everybody should do it. Yeah.
Well, I went and they didn't want anything to do with me. They didn't even call me up to the panel. So I tried. I would have been there.
LSFS writes in, hey guys, exclamation. So it must be like, hey guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Or hey guys. Hey guys.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
knock it off.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Okay, so that's how she said it.
Yeah.
That's how we're reading that. Just had to chime in. The old man exchange between the two of you and your quote liver spots is freaking hilarious.
Or boring.
Talking about this liver spot right here.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus. I forgot about it. Yeah. Can you even see mine still? It's there.
Yeah,
right?
I can see it. It's prominent.
God damn it. Ever since you mentioned those crow's feet, I see them every time you
Crow's
squint.
feet. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shut.
Yeah.
Noticeably, E feels the same. Winky face. Hearing detailed dialogue about your skin conditions and mouth ailments is just what he wants to hear to make him nosedive into his phone. Look at him go. He's doing it right now.
I am.
But that's
E,
okay.
It looks like he's got a little, right over here. Seriously, like right over here.
E, you got something right?
You got a little liver spot right there.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Makes E dive into his phone, but that's okay. Please continue. It's very amusing. Exclamation. It's very amusing, she says. And I'm sure you already know this, but those liver spots are most likely just sunspots / damage. You're old, but not that old.
Disagree.
Well, here's the problem. Mike doesn't leave the house, so to get sunspots,
dude. But I've lived in the sun.
Why are we just getting liver spots now, Mike?
I don't know.
I've been in the sun a lot this summer.
Yeah, I know it shows right here. Like I can see it prominently.
Hopefully,
right
it doesn't become long because that would mean melanoma, and I would be concerned about that.
Are you really worried when they start growing hair out of them? Do they grow hair out of them, or is that just a mole?
Dude, I had a 7th grade teacher. Fuck, just
like that.
How can you not notice it?
Something.
Don't you look in the mirror?
You would think when you see
My
that one.
God, woman.
Bleh.
Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah. It's like it's very witch-esque.
It was like, how do you not? Like, is she afraid it's like gonna pop open or something if you pull it out?
Snip it. Get some of those scissors that are for taking stitches out, and just get right in at the base of that son of a bitch and just
think. Seriously, like, you're a woman. Didn't you look in the mirror this morning before you went to school to teach?
Where was it?
It was at East Middle School.
No, where in her face? School didn't matter. East Middle School, though. I like it. Okay, on middle.
3rd floor, room 314.
Oh, yeah, I remember it well.
Yeah, English class.
No, well, where on her face or body? Was it on her titty? Did you see it on her
Steve
titty?
Hagopian was in my class.
Oh, I know Steve.
Yeah. No, it was right on her, just boom, like right in the side of her, kind of, what's her name? Cindy Crawford kind of deal.
Really? With hairs growing out?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's just, you just don't need to have that.
God, it was gross.
Yeah.
By B-U-I, Larissa Issa. P.S. I have made some recent purchases via your Amazon link because I'm not a dick. Winky face!
I would agree that Larissa is not a dick.
Thank you, Larissa. Chuck writes in. This email is mainly from Mike, but we all know that he doesn't check his email. It's long, but after listening for years, I feel like it's something that a lot of people might think.
Oh, boy.
Mike.
It's going to be a shot.
Buckle up. Cult leader.
Shit.
I have to say that your view on police officers is ridiculous. When Eric or Jay bring up the fact that cops can be racist or cops can be dicks, your rebuttal is the fact that there are racists or assholes in other fields of work. That's great and all, but it's also irrelevant. A racist insurance or gas station attendant agent can't get my car impounded, have me jailed, and arrest me. Mike, we've all been pulled over by cops where we were cops who are dicks for no reason. Cops, like anybody else, can be assholes. Does this mean I'm saying all cops are assholes? No. This is where your argument is lost. Your rebuttal always seems to imply that if someone claims a cop is in the wrong, that they must think all cops are in the wrong. Just because somebody feels that some are racist or just plain power hungry doesn't mean they feel all of them are. I urge you to try to look at the stories you read objectively. Don't assume that because someone is a police officer that they're here to perform an impartial job with every single encounter they have with someone. Everyone holds biases. Try and look at these stories through the lens of someone who isn't a white male from the suburbs in their 40s and try to at least that was a little bit of a shot.
Yeah, it was.
Low 40s. He's 2 score and a few.
Yeah.
And try to at least understand where someone with a differing opinion might be coming from. It doesn't mean you have to agree, just that you have attempted to see their point of view. Jay has a pretty conservative point of view, but he does it pretty often. I listen to your show every day, and I disagree with almost all of the political viewpoints that you guys have. For example, I'm completely fine with transgender people. I don't think
so am I.
I don't think it's about being PC. I think your opinions simply show your age.
I don't have a problem with transgender people either. I bought I bought dog treats from a transgender person at a fair last week.
I've got transgender friends.
I'm just saying, I don't want to beat up. I just think it's absurd to cry foul every time things don't go your way. Things are not going to go your way in that situation. It's just reality.
Chuck continues. Old people are generally against anything new, and history shows that.
Oh,
women's suffrage, black people, gay people, etc.
Fuck all those things. I don't like any of those things.
Old guy. Ultimately, though, I listen to you guys because I think you're funny, and I like to try and understand the thought process of someone with an opposing point of view. I try and understand where you're coming from, even if I don't agree. I urge you to do the same.
I do the same.
Finally, before the floodgates open, I should say, 1, I understand that a lot of what you say is said in humor, and these are not the things I'm referencing those times in this email. 2, I admit that police officers are overworked, underpaid, and also undertrained. It's an incredibly difficult job, and at the end of the day, they just want to go home and see their family. But being a police officer is a choice, and if you can't handle it, then don't do it. Thanks, and although it might not seem like it, I love the show and listen every day. Keep up the hard work. It will pay off soon. Goodbye, BUI. Chuck.
How old is Chuck?
Yeah, he's a lot younger than us, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Maybe, I don't know, close to 2 score.
Yeah.
But he said he's been listening for a long time. I guess, I don't know.
It's probably 1 score and change. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
No, I understand where he's coming from. I do. He makes valid arguments, but I don't know. I just come from a point where I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt, maybe more than I should, but I'm willing to not side with the criminal behavior that we see try to be justified, try to make sense out of that. I just don't, I don't know. I'm not saying all cops are good. I'm certainly not saying they're all bad either. I don't know. I'm too fucking sick to even argue. Seriously. I'm not taking you and Chuck on today.
I think Chuck has some good points.
Sure he does. Still think Black Lives Matter is bullshit, though. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Leave me alone. I'll go to bed. Will you wrap this shit up already?
I've got a few more, Mike. I want to continue the email segment.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I was thinking about bringing a story to the table today, guys. I looked this thing up. Can you believe that this lady? It's just some story I had to get. I haven't brought a story yet to the table. So.
Yeah, ever.
Right. So I figured I'd bring one today.
Do it now. Hey, the E segment.
Hey, right. I'm going to say
producer for a day.
How did we end up going 2 hours and 6 minutes?
I'm going to take on a.
How do we get?
Are you saying you want me to save the rest for tomorrow?
Please.
You got one more. All right. Robin writes in. Hello to the 3 who help me start each day laughing. Jay, I have a solution to your dental problem.
Wow.
You need to think about bartering. You could approach a dentist and talk them into trading advertising for dental work.
No.
After all, you
what do
are
I get
a
out of that?
lawyer and can be very convincing as to the benefits of the trade.
Why wouldn't the barter be your lawyering skills, not the show?
Yeah, exactly. What do we give a shit if your teeth are fixed?
Dude, I don't want to do more lawyer work.
I know. Well, I don't.
Your teeth are absolutely of no interest to E or I.
I would
suggest,
suggest
for that matter.
I would suggest you ask your producer to do it, but you may end up in a gynecologist office. Dental infections are nothing to fool around with. Too close to the brain, and I would like you to stick around for a long, long time. Love you guys. Keep me smiling. Bye, BUI Robin. By the way, E does an excellent job on the best ofs. I have headphones on and laughing out loud at work. Thank you, Robin.
People seem to be more impressed with your best ofs lately.
Well, I think he's been putting in a bit of effort, even on short notice yesterday. I think we all kind of rallied and got that done.
That came together in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
call it a day.
Yeah, we'll call it a day. We don't have anything else to mention, do we?
No,
we're good. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging with us. I'm sorry it was a show like this. I didn't feel like it was very strong, but outside of that, I'm glad we got one on the books. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to God, watch